Vodka.
First of its name. King of the Neepers and the First Men.
Yes.
This is new. Can you guys shut the fuck up over there? I'm just kidding.
Is anyone even watching it? Are we introducing ourselves to no one?
We're screaming into the void. The beautiful voice.
There's been 500 people in
nobody.
the offline chat for hours waiting to start. All nervously shitposting.
We're here. This is actually a very sad time because this is Don B's last day in the freest country in the world.
I'm coming back. I'm temporarily.
He's not coming back. He will never arrive.
We're not letting him back
on the shores of America ever again.
You came here under Obama. You're leaving under Trump. You're not coming back.
You're gone, dude.
You have
Peace
zero
out.
chance.
But this is Miles Don B from Legacy Gaming. Who cares, dude? No one cares, dude. No one cares that you're good. No, he's pretty good at Melee. And it's his last day, and he's been living in this Neeper house. This is Neeper's old house, actually.
We call it Chong House.
It's
now.
actually Chong House.
It used to be called the Neep House. Now
Literally
it's Chong House.
100% in spite of
Chouse.
me for some reason.
Yeah, well-
I thought it was going to be like some sort of memoriam, like calling it Neep House, even though I don't live here. But now they want to call it Neep House. Just Chong House despite
no
me.
respect for the dead.
Yeah,
And you're
honestly.
dead now.
We were
I'm
going to
here,
leave it
though.
as Neep House so that like the fourth generation of people who live here are just like, what?
What's the fuck is a Neeper?
It's like they finally.
What is Neep?
It's like everyone moves out, and it's like totally random, like school kids, and then like the landlord's just like, yeah, there's a Neep House.
Welcome to Neep House. Fucking bathrooms upstairs.
It's just 35-year-old Chong.
Chong, you're gonna be here till you're 35.
Chong's kids are
He's
going
just
to live
like
in this
wearing
house.
a beater, like still grinding maple story on the couch.
Chong's just grinding Maple Story right now, and he's just got like a mustard stain, and he's just fucking.
Yeah. His shirt's
that's
open.
Chong, you got to share a room with him, so
He's like,
it's $250 a month.
I got some bag spaghetti in the freezer if you guys are interested.
Can we talk about the bag spaghetti?
Someone, if there's anyone from Claremont watching, please hit the chat with the bag spaghetti image.
Was that real?
Yeah, it was real. He just one day he just brought home like a nice 2 kilograms plastic bag, just wrapped up, and he was so stoked. He was so hyped.
Where did this bag spaghetti come from?
We made it at Casey-Anna's house.
We made it at Casey-Anna's house.
He's like, well, I can't let this go to waste. We got a bag.
We got to bag it, man.
We had no other way to transport the spaghetti.
So it's just in a plastic.
How about a fucking container
It was just like knotted up in a plastic bag, and sometimes he would just like eat a little from the bag.
with his hands?
Jesus Christ. Okay, anyway, the context here. This is Neeper's old house. This is in Pomona. And this is kind of like a smash house for CPP kids and weird immigrants from a penal colony in the South
Yeah, I
Hemisphere.
sleep on the floor. I play my melee. I don't cause no trouble.
quiet as an Australian cat. And so Domby came here from Australia.
Yeah.
Wow. And to play Melee. He came here sleeping on floors.
Yeah, I mean,
That's crazy.
It's the ride.
Explain your
one
ride.
day I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna post on Socal Melee. Where were y'all when I was sleeping on FD floor? Huh?
FD.
Every kid who comes up and they're like, "Hey, can we play a friendly?" I was like, "Where were you trying to play friendlies when I was at FD, dog?"
Dude,
Yeah,
I don't
was
care
there.
about traffic.
I was trying to play a friendly then. I don't really want to play one now.
Yeah. So what happened? Who does that?
A man possessed, I guess. I was grinding my job and I was like, you know what? Only Melee makes me feel nothing.
I wish I could feel that. I wish Melee made me feel that.
Yikes.
So I just had to come to the place where the people were good.
And so if it would be like, why didn't you do like MDVA? I mean, there's a couple good players there, right?
I'm just gonna get like picked up by Chillin' Dude and farmed by Chewdat every Thursday and Saturday.
Fair enough.
I mean, I looked at the SoCal PR and I was like, a little Russian girl starstruck by Hollywood. You know, I had big dreams of the silver screen.
You were Naomi Watts in Mulholland Drive.
No one's going to get that.
Some people will.
So-
if you saw Mulholland Drive.
I
I saw
definitely.
that
All
top
2 people in
25
the
and I said, everybody on there is a legend, and one day I will be one of that 25.
Can you imagine just doing that? I can't. You just leave your penal colony. You say goodbye, cunts, and then you fucking and you just
And we just left on the same ships that Captain Cook arrived on. You know?
that is nuts, tbh. Anyway, so you've been here for like what, 6 months?
No, it's been like 3.
So
I know it feels like we've been friends for a long time.
for so long, a lifelong bond.
Yeah, I feel
Nearly.
like the first time we met, we were friends.
It was
magical.
magical.
I feel like no one can ever complain about like plateauing in Melee ever again. It's like, what can I do to put in more work? Move to SoCal and sleep on fucking floors.
Right? It's like
get better at
Yeah.
melee.
if you're not prepared to bool like Donald Benson.
I once saw a thread with people from SoCal complaining about $10 entry at SSS, and I was like, I'm about to spend a check. It's going to be a little more than $10 to get to SSS for me. So if you guys don't think it's worth it, that's subjective, right?
Yeah.
Like, because there are a whole bunch of people like, oh, now I feel like it's this extra $5 makes it not worth. And to those people, fuck off.
Yeah, no, there's like
if
there are people who say
changes your opinion on Melee, don't come.
that's literally it. People are like $5-10, like I'm not going, and I don't know.
Get a job, grind a little cash, maybe love something a little more, and then
That's hard. Have you ever tried to love something?
You guys sound like privileged fucks right now.
Why?
$5 is a lot, man.
Dawson, who are you? What are you doing
Dawson,
here?
you
Who's this
like-
fake emo band member?
I don't know why I'm here.
Dawson owns a fake emo band. He owns it.
Please don't
fake
talk about
underline exclamation bold.
fake underlined E. I am a TO in SoCal. I run
The
Power
block?
Nines.
You run the
block. I actually run the block.
It's hot, I've heard.
It's so hot right now.
Block
The
is
block
hot.
is so hot right now.
We're in the process
yeah.
of breaking it down, actually. Anyway,
If I catch you on my block ever, sending your ass back to that prison country that you came from.
dude, I remember syrup sandwiches at FD.
Whoa, FD's a fake ass tournament. First off, I don't know.
For those who don't know,
What was it?
FD is a local in SoCal that kind of has a weird rap. We've talked about it before, but it's definitely a weird little place full of weird lads.
It's a strange
Ringo
place.
is the
Yeah.
poster boy, so there's
Yeah,
Yeah,
except he
true.
moved now, so they're a man without a king, a monkey king, if you
A
will.
Monkey King, the Kong.
So, but go on. Sorry.
Yeah, thanks for interrupting me.
He always buttons the top button
True.
because he has a very
I only
long
wear
neck.
flannels, actually.
Yeah, he has a very long neck, and he said this before, and that's why he buttons the top button.
Sure, it goes all the way down to probably my mid chest.
This is all neck and newspaper.
Just to pad the rest out.
I have to pad my shoulders because it's just so embarrassing.
There's a
if I don't.
horrible disorder. It's on Wikipedia.
So if you have been suffering from mesothelioma, please call 1-800
Just
Hubulin. No, I'm a SoCal TO. Relatively new to TOing, and
you got a good position for being so new to the game.
I mean, I wasn't like that new to TOing. Like I've always like helped out.
TOing's not hard. We talked about
It's
this.
actually not hard. Literally anyone could do it, but not everyone could do it well.
The hard part is like the soul crushing effort, I feel.
No, the hard part is like dealing with a bunch of like 20-year-olds who have no agency and like
Yeah, it's true.
don't care that you're gonna take all the
And, like,
shit when
the-
they
like,
fuck up. You
The
know.
one thing they came to do, like, they're incapable of doing.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. They just have to show up and just tell me that they're here, and they
yeah,
don't even
and, like,
fucking do
and
that.
that they've played a match within 20 minutes.
I mean, Anthony, you've seen
I
the
was at a-
40-minute matches.
I was at a fucking Power 9, and I was like, I went up to Dawson, I'm like, hey, who do I play? You're like, you play the winner of that one. I'm like, okay, I'll wait. And I come up 20 minutes later, I'm like, wait, did they play? I can't find them. And he's like, and he calls him, guys, go play your fucking match. And it turns out it's a Young Link and a Fox, and it goes to game 3, like 7 minutes each,
Yeah.
because they were really, really trying to win.
I think that was
I
after.
respect it.
It
I
was-
won't say their names because they're kind of semi-well known in SoCal, but
They're just
Falco-
lads. Everyone's
no,
lads.
like before that was the 45-minute match where I told them to play, and they're like, "Okay, we're just gonna like use the restroom." And prior to that, I thought that it was gonna be quick because it was like Pikachu Falco. So like Falco just gets gimped and that's it. But it took them 25 minutes to play and then another 20 minutes to play out the match.
yeah. Ugh.
And
dude.
then you had to play.
It was the longest losers bracket ever recorded in
Yeah.
human history. Run and tell
No,
that.
Wednesday
I
Night
think
Fights
you-
takes that for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they bad?
They make a 16-man bracket take 4 hours usually.
That's actually a skill.
That's hype.
You ever see
Yeah,
Low
that's
Tier
right.
God at the Wednesday night fights?
Yeah, I do. I always give him the what is it like low and then like tier God or whatever it is.
We can't talk about it. He will start tweeting. Oh my God, we'll lose our.
Anthony's been on a
He's
low
been
tier
in the
god
offline
bench.
chat. For
I've been
8
watching
hours.
all his videos, man. I've been like trying to delve into like the psyche of the man, and I don't want to
It's-
suffer his wrath.
It's one of those level 0 or level 99 situations.
Yeah. it's anyway. But yeah, and then Neeper's here.
Yeah, I feel like the outsider right now because all these people have been doing all this shit, and I've been living in Bakersfield.
He lives in Bakersfield.
But I'm back just to do this
Every
shit
day,
live.
every week on the clock, he just tells me about how bad Tinder is in Bakersfield.
Yeah, it's really shitty. It's not great. Don't go
The
to
screenshots he shows me, it's just like, it just sucks. But you know what? That's because Bakersfield sucks.
Then you've got to make do.
I think like the last 30 pictures in my phone are all of Tinder girls
Tinder
that
archives.
that are worth sharing with Anthony. And I think all of Anthony's responses are low tier God videos that he's been sending me.
It's like, that's cool. Check this out. He gets really mad here.
Those conversations were just like two people with completely different aims, just mindlessly yelling at each other.
Exactly. But yeah, so you went to DreamHack. Anything cool happen? Anything like actually worth talking about?
The timeout.
We could sit and talk about fucking top level melee like everybody does. We could talk about how whomst booled.
Whomst booled?
The boy made it out of
Bull-
pools.
Bull-
I saw that.
That's right.
MVPs? Yeah, I did make it out of pools.
You were top 48. You
Yeah.
did pretty good.
He's really good. When he's
Really
on.
good.
But when he gets sad in his mind, Australian sad, it's over.
just long.
Rubo's taking games off him at that point, and you don't want that.
You don't want that. I mean, we've all taken some L's in a friendly, you know.
True. I don't want to
But
bring
yeah,
up
yeah,
what happened to Sneeper before this podcast.
It almost went very bad for me when I played the guy who was seeded to make it out over me. He beat me. I was playing pretty bad in the morning. I was really nervous, and then I played a man in losers bracket, and he picked Marth, and I'm not very good at Marth, and I was not really playing too well. And game two, he wins game one, and game two he's got me 2 stocks to 1, so I'm down. I'm about to leave the tournament at a hot 200 and something.
It's a bad.
Probably.
That's a slime placing.
And,
right there. You don't
so
want
of course
that.
I approach him at the ledge.
Of course.
He's Marth, and he gets the grab that he's looking for. And so I'm off stage, and I take the detail. I'm already
looking
wondering. I'm already booking my plane ticket out of there. I'm already thinking about what lie I'm gonna tell the lads.
How'd you do, Miles? And you fucking
Suicided 4 times in a row.
you're like, fuck, dude. I just
that was somebody I DQ'd. I found something real cool to do on that day. I didn't go to the tournament, and somebody must have played under my tag.
I got laid in like 3 times that hour. I was supposed to be playing my
just
match.
a wild night in Austin. What can I say?
Yeah, so it was just on the crazy end of a bender, and I didn't know my foxes from my falcos.
Okay, what happens? You're off the stage.
So I'm off the stage, and
Eats the down tilt.
instead of just countering and killing me, no, I would have mangled.
Yeah.
But
of
instead of
course.
just countering and killing me, he goes for the rising dunk off the ledge, and he misses it. I think it like sour spots me or something. So I tech and like clean that stock up somewhat quickly. I'm sitting on like 60. He's on a fresh stock, and then I just 0 to death him, and he just looks stunned. He's just like, and you know when someone loses and they kind of hang around you going, that was pretty close, huh? And you're like, yeah, it was. And they're like, yeah, really.
It's like he wants you to say, you know what, you can take this one.
Yeah.
That's what he wants you to say.
DQ myself
he's like
right
the ghost
now
at a
for you.
feast, at that point. He's looking to be full, but there's nothing you can give him. Like, he's hungry for you to say something, and you're giving it to him, but it's not enough.
There's
He wants
nothing.
more.
The only thing is to say, you know what, man, you deserve that one. Go ahead. Just go ahead in front of me.
No,
Just
and
advance.
so he was like, so that ledge situation was pretty close. So I'm like, right, that was a real close one. And then game 3, he picks something else. I think that was either game 3 or I think that was the end of the set, actually. I think that might have been game 3. And so after that, I kind of just picked up my steam and like,
Cool.
Played a couple of my better matchups, started 4-stocking kids, played the guy who was supposed to make it out, beat him. And he just looks at me, because it was double jeopardy, right? Like, he beat me in winners, and then I beat him in losers. And he just looks at me like I've just cheated him. He's like, I beat you earlier in the day.
What's a slur for Australians?
What do you mean?
Australians.
Got him. What's a pejorative term for Australian people?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess
Piss drinker. I don't know.
there's just nothing that can hurt
Kangaroo eaters.
like we just all know that we're waste men, so insults just kind of like roll.
Miles has brought me the philosophy of the waste man. Like I've always felt like I was a waste man, and he's like, no, there's a whole country of us. Like,
Yeah, there
we're
really
just
is.
we're just down there.
A literal continent.
Please
Just
elaborate.
It's waste men.
No.
Please
only-
elaborate.
not only
I'm
that-
not on the.
You're from Bakersfield. It's the
I'm
same
not
place.
in the know right now.
Yeah,
Bakersfield is the Australia of
I
California.
feel like successfully using Bakersfield Tinder makes you like a certified waste.
waste. That is waste man status.
Like if you're slaying on Bakersfield Tinder, you're a waste man superstar.
Wasteman Superstar is a sick album name.
It's a sick tag too.
Yeah. Miles, actually, the first tournament I ever went with him to was it was that one in Culver City.
Oh yeah, this is a good story.
And we're just talking. And I like meet him for the first time, and we're just booing in the car.
I'm drinking
Chong
in
was
the car.
driving. Chong almost killed us.
I spilt Rolling Rock on my notebook.
Why? Still beer in my car.
Oh yeah, he spilled beer everywhere. And Miles just drinking before the tourney. He's like, "Hey man, you want a beer?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good." And we're just like,
I had plenty with me.
you did. You were stacked. And so we go and we're just talking all kinds of bullshit. And we get there and I'm like, Miles, you say you're good. How about I'll pay you $20 if you 8-stock a man at this tournament? I was like, okay. And so we get there, we register, we all just kind of disperse into the I'm like playing friendlies.
I was
Miles
drinking in the alleyway.
He was drinking in the alleyway. We took a piss in the Remember that homeless guy? You tried to roll him a beer.
Yeah. What he took it too. He took it.
He was like, well, that was so weird.
He was like, "You got anything?" And I was just like, "Listen, man.
Listen,
I didn't want to go
he didn't
anywhere near
approach him.
I didn't want to
He
go
just
near him. I just like, yeah, I was
like a James Bond like smoke bomb.
I wanted to do a long distance exchange with this man. I didn't want to have anything to do with him.
You're a waste man, but he was waste man prime.
He was something else.
Anyway,
I only
Super
fuck with it,
wasteman.
on weekends.
it was a Monday, yeah. So we're there, and I'm just playing friendlies, and Miles comes back. He's like, "All right, you owe me $20." I'm like, "What?" The first match he got on stream, and just
I just ended a guy.
he just ended some man's life.
And like, as soon as I got I was kind of like, I got 4 grabs. I was just playing well, got 4 grabs, killed him. And then, of course, after game 1, when I get the 4-stock, like, I was nearing the 4-stock game 1, and I was like, really? Am I gonna catch a nice 20 here? And then game 2, of course, I played lame as shit just to get it.
Just to get it, yeah. And I didn't try to duck paying you, but I definitely didn't pay you immediately. And then I was just sitting in my room one night, like 4 days later, and it's just like a Venmo request from Miles, and it just says 8-stocking a man, $20, and I'm like, fuck. I'm a man of my word, so I had to pay
Because
him.
the funny story with me and Venmo is I can't put money into a Venmo because I don't have an American bank account. So
it was just Venmo cash for you?
So yeah, and then I ran that money up on Venmo. So my little Venmo bankroll became like this money matching tool that I had. And I then used that, like, Venmo was this currency that I could never access, but I could trade for goods. So I would go to tournaments. I'd be like, "Hey Dawson, you take Venmo," and be like, "All right."
Yeah,
So
I
there
did
was
that to Jet once. It's like,
Oh
dog,
my God, dude.
please.
So many people.
So there's this little period where I was just like running this Venmo secondary currency market,
Yeah.
winning money matches to kind of sustain entries, and
Right. What's your Venmo balance looking like right now?
I think it hit 0. I stopped money matching.
That's a good strat. This is a financial genius over here, even though the Australian dollar is worthless.
True.
It is.
What is the exchange?
You know,
they have
worthless
paper
that we
money?
have $1 and $2 coins, and that's it.
What?
Yeah.
We don't have a
I-
$1 bill.
Wait, but you have bills. You have higher
We
denominations,
have
right?
5s plus.
Okay, so it's
But-
not just like you gotta pay 100 rupees
It's
or
great.
whatever.
It's great for
It's like
Down at the
100
bazaar.
rupees. of all different sparkly colors.
What do you call your dollars?
You go to the car dealership with just a sack.
Yeah, just a giant like hobo bundle.
What do you mean? What do we call our dollars?
Are they called like?
They're called
I think
dollars.
It's
Other
just the
countries have
Australian
dollars.
dollar.
All right. Yeah, we
I
don't
don't
we don't
know,
say
man.
$1 Australian when we go to the store.
Why not? Makes sense. How would you know otherwise?
Taking into account that there is only one true dollar, the American one. Huh?
That's right, baby. That's all we got.
But yeah, it means that like when some random guy comes up to you, he's like, "Hey, let's do a money match." Like, he's no self-respecting man is like putting change on the table. You know?
Right.
So it means that when you're farming, like, you can farm up lunch really fast.
Because no one wants to put change down
No, it's like the
in Australia.
the standard for a money match is $5.
Wow. Yeah, I feel like the rule of thumb in like Melee is like if it's below $5, you're not doing a best of 5.
Yeah,
Like
I agree.
get the fuck out of here with that
yeah,
shit.
no, especially if it's somebody I don't know. Like, if say it's like
Frito.
say it's like Noir comes up and he's like, "Let's do a money match." I'm just happy to play him, and if he wants to do best of 5 for $1 or $2,
Right.
it's still going to be really hype. If some random kid comes up and he's like, "Let's play best of 7 for 50 cents,"
with this Roy.
yeah, with
You're
this,
like,
and you're like, he peeks like Puff, and he's just like, "Oh, I just really wanted to try out that planking thing."
Fuck that reminded. Oh yeah, you didn't know what Fritos were.
No, I didn't. I thought it was somebody on Chong's win list.
So we had this joke. It slayed us. So David Chong is a beautiful, lovely gummy bear of a man who also lives in
He is a gummy bear.
this house. And Chong is a Sheik player, and you know he's a grinder, and he's got some wins and he's got some losses. But he tends to brag about his wins.
I've heard of this.
He's a man
And-
about town.
Even talks up his opponents he lost to.
Yeah,
He's like, oh, he was so good.
And so sometimes when Chong starts rattling off a list of tags, you're like, who the fuck are these people? And it's very funny. And anyway, we were eating dinner one night and we were talking about like American food, and he's like, wait, Fritos? What's a Frito? And we're like, no, dude, it's like a corn chip. You never heard of this? He's like, no, it sounds like someone on Chong's win list. So yeah, but anyway, how do you? They don't have canes in America, do they? Or in Australia?
We don't have chains.
Raising Canes, sponsor us, please.
We know
Please
you're
no.
watching.
Okay, so Dawson doesn't like canes. Nieper, how do you feel about canes? Though?
I've never been there.
Some people don't like.
We
them.
don't have it in Bakersfield.
It's like your life before Raising Canes and your life after, and the part in the middle is the. It's for me. It means a lot.
the crushing depression.
I
before.
fucking love Raising Canes. So we would go to Raising Canes after most Power 9s on Thursdays, and
Canes are my mains, baby.
Canes is my mains. And
In my mains.
Is there
Put
even
that
a
in my
Raising
mains,
Canes
you know what I'm
in
saying?
Long Beach?
no, there's like 3 in LA. It's like
Whoa,
Then where do you-
no,
where do you
surely
go?
not. Surely not.
surely yes,
Do you go to the Downey one?
the Downey one.
Oh my God.
It's
take a
fire.
Trip. We take a trip.
We take a trip, and it's usually pretty poppin', and like you kind of get like you get in trouble there.
At 12 a.m. it's
Yeah.
popping?
Yeah, it's always
Swear to
poppin'.
God, you gotta wait for the
And
chicken.
men are wiling out. in the morning,
Straight
too.
up.
Wait,
Then
is
you
that
got
the
guys
one
smoking blunts
across the street from the car dealership?
Yes,
I'm totally doxing this Canes right now.
they're gonna get firebombed by the Bad Melee super fan.
They're getting swatted as we speak.
If you guys close down that Canes, I will find you. I swear to God. Oh, but no Canes. What else are you gonna miss?
I'm
It's
gonna
coming
miss all you
back.
guys.
Oh, don't say that. I don't take compliments well.
Yeah, I know.
I
you
do.
know. I don't think anyone on this panel.
You
does.
gonna miss Dawson?
Tell me more.
Yeah, I love Dawson.
Sure.
What up? Dawson's the best.
True.
This is
There's
not
nothing
endorsed
actually
speech.
redeemable about Dawson at all.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Ooh.
You know what? Dawson bears his heart with us sometimes, and that's what
He
matters.
does, doesn't he? Dawson bears his heart, and
That's what I
Dawson
respect about Dawson.
Dawson has he's got some pain.
Another
I feel
time.
like-
Another
I feel
podcast.
like
This is about
This
Miles.
should be some that conversation. The path that conversation leads down should be some kind of sub goal.
He's sub goal. Dawson bears all at 10 subs. What are you guys at right now?
10? Are you? No. 30.
Dawson isn't some sort of cheap thought.
Yeah.
Alright?
Are you kidding me?
You are not a thought. The Thought Patrol would take you right away if you were.
I'm a little thought.
I agree.
I'm a little.
Really?
Not a 10 sub thought though.
I'm a thought boy.
Anyway, 30 subs. Dawson bears all on the
All.
podcast.
Me and
Literally
Dawson
all.
have had a little bit of a complicated relationship.
What
over the past-
happened?
over the past 24 hours?
Oh yeah.
What happened?
This
Been a
has just
roller
been giving
coaster.
the boy the hands.
Is
This
it?
poor boy.
So this little naked puff man.
Oh yeah, you play Naked Skin.
I play.
It's so weird. It's like a little shaved ball.
It's thought puff, dude.
Hot
Just
puff.
thought
No
puff.
clothes, baby.
No puff.
It's lewd. It's
Lewd.
It's out there.
It's quite disturbing to play, and he's been bopping me a little bit.
I didn't know Dawson was good. I was like, oh,
He's not.
because
That's the
TO's
secret.
No, I'm actually like. I don't know about now, but I'm like. I don't want to say this.
Hey,
Never mind.
We can cue up
Say
the
it,
story
say
of
it,
me
say
and
it.
I'm
Dawson
like-
in team. So
Hang on.
that's one.
You
I've,
guys
I've been
teamed?
holding it down on that play. Let's just say that.
What's your
I literally
no.
can't say it because
Oh,
I don't
no.
use my norm. But I have a net play degen right now.
wow?
You are puff. It makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
It's no challenge.
Yeah.
It's easy. You
Yeah.
play a degenerate character.
It's like
and
playing
you're a
Fox.
Degenerate
I feel
man.
like-
yeah, you just have to up smash and you just kill everything.
I feel like the melee or net play is the mini game, and the real game is like account gimmick names. Like,
Yes,
that's where the
actually, yes.
In the friendlies chat with your gimmick name on, like that's where the action goes down.
Yeah. yes. Yeah. It gets hot in that chat.
I've been called the worst things a human has ever been called on net play.
Catch this puff. Do you plank and shit?
Hell no.
Whoa.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know. I don't know who you are in your heart.
Dog.
You haven't bared all yet. 30
well,
subs.
30 subs and I barrel. No, I would never plank on net play.
I respect that.
ever.
I don't even think you would in anywhere. I don't see you as that type of
I don't
pub.
think you do that
There
either.
was a point in my life where I actually thought about it, which was like 2 weeks ago, where I was like, I'm just gonna plank everyone, and
That's a dark place that you went to.
Was
in
it
a really
4
really
a.m.?
dark place.
Had you just finished
You're
a
not-
bag of Doritos?
No.
You're not
Family
quite
sharing
Stud Muffin.
size?
You're not quite Stud Muffin, who will, in fact, in a best of 5, time out 3 games in a row.
And smile while he does it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of like,
He will gladly make a man quit melee.
yeah,
Just
with a
using
smile
dog.
on his face. Some people are just born to bull.
I'm the biggest buller of all time.
You think so?
Question.
I know so.
Remember when we went to tournaments
Remember-
and you
That's
said
it.
we didn't ride?
None of you ride.
Remember the time when we were waiting
Please.
at Power 9 to get canes? And we were about to make an exception for this man.
Oh,
We were about to- we
I
were about
felt
to
so bad. I
change it
actually
all
felt
after
so
waiting
bad.
45
We waited
minutes.
so long to
We
get
were-
this canes, and I needed it.
Me and Bruno,
I needed the canes.
We were delirious.
We were in a cane haze.
For the record, Nick really was pushing for it
Don't-
now, just
don't
hang
put-
out with me,
don't
and
put
I
this
let
on Nick.
I let him down.
And you know
He's
what?
shaking his head at me right now. I'm so sorry.
We all
about that.
decided friendship was more important than canes, which is a big deal for me and Bruno.
Yeah, it really is.
That was-
I would slaughter Miles in the street for unlimited canes. Run and tell that.
For a 4-strip meal.
for 4 strips.
Were you there when we went to Canes and fucking Skylar was there?
Yes.
These
He's
other
high out of his mind.
Claremont guys went to an 818 tournament and we went to Power 9, and these are like 818's up here, Power 9's like way down here in like Southern California and like or LA, and we end up converging at Canes like coincidentally. Like they went to, it was called Ghost Hit, and it was like
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like a stoner like tournament, right? Like I can't actually say much about it, to be honest. But anyway, the theme of the tournament, it was on 420. So anyway, they're coming back and they're like, they needed the canes, and we come back from Power 9 and we need the canes,
I mean,
and we hang out with these guys all the time, and they just like converge, and we're like, what the fuck are you guys doing here? And they ordered a 25-piece like bin of Cane's chicken.
strips.
That's beautiful.
It was so ridiculous. And he had like 8 sauces just stacked, paper stacks high to the ceiling. God, I love Raising Cane's.
There's even a story on each Cane's wall about how Raisin Cane's himself, farmed trout for like 5 years to open a chicken store.
Is
It's
this
just
a
this-
Raising Cane's podcast? What's going on? I did not anticipate
Dude,
this.
oh.
This was not on the itinerary.
It is
That
not.
I didn't
We are
read.
deviating from the
Any
itinerary
man
pretty
who wants
hard,
to farm
actually.
trout for 5 straight years.
What is our itinerary? What's the first?
Introductions and you done.
Okay, just real quick. Me and Neeper's
Okay,
relationship.
we hit Australia.
Me and Neeper actually met like 2 years ago or something like that.
Okay. Like 2 years ago, we met at some random Fullerton tournament, and Dawson comes up to me and like we're playing a couple friendlies. And he's like, I think I've seen you somewhere before. I thought you were gay at the time.
Yeah, I mean that's a fair assumption.
It's
A fair assumption now.
because it was just like a very strange. Like you're like, I remember your face from some random place, and I was
You thought that he was attracted to you.
Maybe
I
you-
was
maybe
getting
you-
the
That,
I was
that
like,
actually
what a-
okay.
Hang
for
on,
the,
hang
no,
on.
no, no,
How
no.
vain.
for the record,
Yeah.
when normally
Projection
when
for
you
a start.
normally when you want like an in with someone, the most beta way to do it is like, hey, you look familiar.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
it's true.
So I
Do
can
know you from somewhere.
Yeah. Hey, did we go to the same high school?
Yeah, I would definitely expect
It's
that
just
from
like the
you.
guy you
Yeah.
hang out with every day.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
look what he did.
Okay.
I mean, he's a little salty. I
Just
get
hold
it.
it.
He's a little
the pump.
salty.
Just
The
hold
naked
it.
Still
puff.
hurting from that
It was the
friendly
name.
So okay. So
You just look like a typical white person. That's
You
what-
really
yeah,
do.
it's-
You're the template of a white man.
If,
and now everyone knows.
if I had,
Thanks.
You know,
Yeah,
like an
actually.
MMORPG when you just pick like human warrior.
if you select all ones, it's just Neeper.
It's just Neeper.
Neepers are. If you
Straight 5s all the way down the stats.
Yeah. He's just got like a little shitty claymore or something. It's like a little loincloth and a wooden shield.
You know what? I at least have the generic like armor on.
No.
Yeah, no, you got
Yeah.
You got it.
I was born like a little bit rich, so,
you
I
got
got
the
the
armor.
armor on.
wow.
Sure.
So
Oh, sure.
he was born with a cheat code.
True.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, what happened? You guys
Yeah. So we actually
fell in love.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right then and
That's
there.
It
beautiful.
started with me not knowing him at all and him knowing me. Fast forward 2 years later, yesterday,
You
and I'm
guys
like,
got married in California.
Yeah. At the
Thank
Arcadian.
God.
yeah, he like comes
Thanks,
up and
Obama.
like, I didn't even know this was Dawson. Like I knew he was gonna be on the podcast, but I didn't know who he was. And then Anthony's like, "Oh, this is Dawson," and I'm like, "Oh, what's up, dude?" Like I kind of knew he was.
Yeah.
my
And I
thought
literally
goth
was like,
friend.
we've never met before.
Yeah,
My name's Dawson.
It was very like I have no idea who you are.
Yeah.
It was just like a complete.
I've never
360.
seen you in my life.
Isn't that a bad feeling too? Because
Yeah,
like you want to remember them,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like I don't know your
I
existence.
never remember names. I'm so bad at remembering.
What's
names.
my name?
Anthony. It took me a second. The thing is,
That's
like,
good.
I'll remember every conversation we've ever had. I'll remember your face. I'll remember like all of the themes that make up you. But then somebody's just like, I'll be like, oh hey guy, my friend.
He's a fucking.
It just takes me a second. Sometimes it's really embarrassing because it'll take me like 10 seconds.
Wow, you don't have that part of your brain. Our friend can't visualize.
Oh
things.
my god, yes.
Oh,
I found that out yesterday. Or the day before, actually, Saturday.
What's even stranger about that is he thought that when other people had been saying, now imagine a beach or something, that we'd all just been like faking it and that we had the same thing as him.
That was at Kane's.
yeah.
That conversation.
Yeah, no, it was a case. Like
Back
all
to
good
Canes.
conversations.
We had
It
this,
went down
all
again.
this serious, like he doesn't have a mind's eye, right? Like it
Yeah,
happens to
yeah.
some people. Like he can't. You think of a beach and you can all like kind of picture it. He cannot picture it. There's no picture. It's just like black, and he thought that was normal.
Yeah, he thought that the rest of us had just been kind of nodding along when anybody said, like, read a fictional book or like,
Yeah,
imagine your mum, what she looks like.
So we're all eating canes, just like figuring out together that like that this man's mind is different.
is warped.
It's warped.
and that's why he plays Sheik.
Twisted. Yes.
And but-
Yeah, when he told me that, I was like, that's crazy. And I would kind of mess with him. I felt a little bad, but it was really fun.
Kira laughs about
Can we
it.
say
Yeah.
his name? He was on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
It's Video
he's
Waffles.
watching this. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Video Waffles. But I was like turning my head to him, and it was like, picture my face. And he couldn't. Yeah,
What I don't understand is how he's improved at Melee so much, because so much of my Melee improvement comes from visualization.
Visualizing
Yeah,
that,
I
that's what
was saying
Kira was
that
saying.
too.
Kira like makes fun of him. He's like, all right, so like picture like there's a fox below you. Oh wait, you can't. He's like, what the fuck?
I think that would be really, really tough. And like everybody else, just resort to tech chasing. You don't need an
Yeah.
imagination.
Wow, rude.
Yeah. You don't need to turn on your brain.
You don't need to think about what Battlefield looks like when you're just throwing a man down and then pressing back on the control stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Did you get tech chased at DreamHack?
Well, I was playing against Sheik. The Sheik was the guy that I
Was he a
I
strong-
scooped out of the way in order to make it
You
through the
just kinda
bracket.
fucking-
Just moved him out of there. And yeah, he was Sheik, so yeah, he did tech chase me quite a lot, but he was nowhere near as good at it as I've been playing face roll a lot on their play.
Nice.
So well, I think I have.
You never know.
Everybody's
It could have
under
been the real Chroma 09.
Yeah, it could have been.
All 30 of them.
Dude, like I made my netplay account and I was like LGC Domby, yep, that's me, enter. And then I'm surrounded by Dasani Bongwater. I'm surrounded by the real Chroma 69.
Girth Brooks.
Yeah.
Jet, we interrupted you. What's the itinerary?
A new dawn, Australia, then DreamHack, then the Chong House.
We did
The
pretty
Shine.
good. That's all we had.
We can
Jesus.
talk about the Arcadian, because
We're
that's a
not prepared.
big deal.
The Arcadian happened in Southern California, USA.
Yesterday, while you were at DreamHack.
And I had half the entries of DreamHack.
I knew, like, I didn't know that much
It's
about
crazy.
SoCal, but Jesus Christ, I didn't know anyone that was doing well at that.
It was a
tournament.
bloodbath. Well, you've also been like out of the Looperino.
Yeah, a little
Because
bit.
some like, I don't know.
I
Like
never even went to tournaments while I was here. I was just kind of a degen.
you live that life, that
Yeah.
Kane's life.
I'm just a little fucking boy. It doesn't do much.
True, you're some man in a lad's body.
You're a boy in a boy's body.
So Kobayashi, didn't know him before, but maybe that was my fault as a young lad. Taking the tournament, ice climbers.
Franz
It
is
makes-
a god.
you know what?
Franz
I-
is in
yeah,
8th
Franz is
grade.
nuts. Yeah. He's a middle
What was I doing in
He's a
8th
little
grade?
cutie.
I was listening to Sum 41.
And jacking it to girly bag.
Yeah, dude. Like, I wasn't fucking booling with Dr. Mario and his latent air. Like,
I was on Maple Story, much like Chong is right now.
Chong and Nick are just grinding Maple Story
Chong
right now.
is smashing that MF control button right now.
Hit me on Maple Story. Goth Girl 69.
Goth Girl 69. Hit me with that
No,
ASL.
no, it's always. Didn't you guys always run into like Tide Boy, like little Viets, little Viets in?
No.
That's like
No.
every Maple Story account name. It's like
Oh.
little Viets in 69. It's
Yes.
like every single account name.
Now that I think about it, there was a lot of Vietsins.
yeah.
Actually
I never
so
even
funny.
realized
It's
it.
true, dude.
I will admit I have not played Maple Story.
I've never played it in my
Wow.
life.
Oh, really? I'm just joining in on the meme. I just want to feel connected to to somebody
Same.
somehow for just one moment.
I was talking about Gunbound earlier, but no one has ever played it.
Gunbound?
Oh, brought back memories.
You just got me on the semi, dude. Me and my friend
Another
were drinking
next
and we
game.
were trying to play Gunbound. Like,
The servers are down. You can't play it.
no, 6 months ago we were playing and they've completely changed the game and it is so pay to win
It's
right now.
from the same
Like-
creators as Maple Story.
Have you ever played like Worms or anything?
No.
Worms Armageddon.
Worms?
You never played that?
Really? What are you?
I played StarCraft.
Did you ever play Pocket Tanks?
No. What are these?
Disgusting.
What is this shit?
Oh, by
What
the
was
way,
your
StarCraft.
childhood?
Sega Genesis or something?
Yeah. No. It's a
Anyway,
computer
Did you
game.
ever play Ren and Stimpy for the Sega Genesis? I rented that 3 times.
I actually did because my babysitter had that game.
that shit
Okay.
was fire.
Right
was
now,
fire.
Anthony's showing his age. Everyone wish Anthony a belated happy birthday.
It
It
wasn't
was his
birthday.
birthday
turned
yesterday.
Yeah.
35.
Hey,
I
happy
turned
birthday.
35 years old. I finally, my 401k is looking real nice.
This is my 4th album. Has to live with my mom.
I'm so-
That's my word.
Actually, that's why like me and Donald Benson sort of connected because we're both old boys. And so-
relative to everyone else in this house.
Yeah, relative to like Melee players, like if you play Melee and you're 27, it's like
Well, like,
Wait,
a
how-
lot-
kind
a
of,
lot
you're kind of a
players-
lad.
I just turned 24.
You're 24.
Wait,
you're,
I'm 24.
you're
Yeah.
24.
You're 24 too.
Yeah.
See, you don't show
See,
it.
you don't-
He's
yeah.
got
Old
like
boy.
this.
I'm
he's
a
got this.
young boy.
There's like this
I'm 20. You're
waste
not
man in
young.
his eyes,
Yeah.
right?
I'm
That
an
you
old
just
soul.
don't have.
Yeah.
You haven't been a waste man long enough.
I've never been a waste man.
I thought Miles was like 22, 21.
I don't know about you.
It's weird being old at playing Melee or old
Dude,
relative.
but you got to
But I
realize
thought
that a lot of
everyone
the top
is.
players are actually really old. Like McCain's 27, Hugs is 55. You know, my case is probably not younger than me.
right? Yeah.
He looks like a solid 28.
Yeah.
I feel like
he's up
24
there.
is like this weird like age to be in the Melee community because everyone's either like super young, like Franz, who's a middle schooler who's just bullying on people with talk.
What a
Dude, you
god.
know what? Of course,
Or,
Ice
like-
Climbers won the fucking Arcadian.
He wasn't. No,
Like,
Kobayashi
solid.
is a
Side
god.
note.
First off,
But of course, at Ice
he was
Climbers-
dropping like every wobble too. He was just beating people. It was great.
I'm surprised
I
he
don't wanna hear
didn't
that
just
he
like
dropped
eat
his
40
balls.
hot dogs in a row right after he won.
This is true.
That's where the whole.
That's actually what he did.
That's
He
where
was
the whole
at the
$10,000
interview table
pot-
just
He's like, all right, are they ready? He just fucking did it.
Yeah, but 24 is like a weird age because it's like right, like everyone is either like super young or like a little bit older than you. So you're at this weird like
Yeah,
point
I
where
feel
it's
like
like, should I still be doing this?
No, I
Should
feel like it's
not?
really
You
freeing
know?
for me because I've decided that my path now is to be a waste man.
Dude, that's what I'm talking
when
about.
you're young, when you're
Can
young,
we
you're like, I'm just
define
gonna,
waste man
So when
other
you-
than like
okay,
this
so
ethereal concept?
so a waste man, it's about being proud that you've given up.
Yes, like when there's there's a bucket inside of all of us, and it's filled with like hope and like love and happy and like all these things that are great. But like when the bucket's empty and it's
It's
just like
full
a
of rolling
black
rock.
it's rolling rock and like cigarette butts and like
Anger.
just a tar. That means you're a
but like,
waste man.
but like also like a waste
I
man
can
is like
respect
being
that.
okay with sleeping on FD floor because you know that you're gonna wake up and you're gonna play some goddamn Melee.
Because a waste man,
True.
it may not have the most glamorous purpose. but-
I've given up on ever being glamorous, and that's really freeing.
Hell yeah, brother.
I mean, you were born Australian, so
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
you were.
Like, I realized
I don't know if that was in your.
I realized
path
that like
in the first place.
I'm never going back to university. That's not something I want to do.
That's hype.
I just want to farm my local and live on the floor.
See, that's the waste man life.
That's sick.
And if I
Yeah.
get to play some Ocarina of Time between those two things, great.
That's what I'm talking about. See, I work a desk job 40 hours a week, and I come here to the pool table
The pool table.
to talk about a children's party game. This is what I do in my
And it
free
makes
time.
you feel alive.
In a way, yeah. More than other things. And that's why I'm a waste man, too.
Yeah,
I'm
agree.
not a waste man. I don't think Never is yet. He's too young to be a waste man.
He's getting there.
I'm a lost man.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I'm like,
Neva's like he's
when
going
he
down
hits
the
22,
right
his
way.
hope is just gonna be gone.
Yeah, you are on the path of the waste man.
You're like
Probably.
you've hit level 10 and you've got to like spec into like you know how, like
Waste.
yeah it's like you know in a Korean MMO or
He's
whatever.
level 10, but
It's
all
like-
his stats are still at 5.
Yeah,
because
five
he's typical white man.
generic.
like but
so you
he's-
start at, it's like the default, like you start at a higher level, but all your shit. It's like Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how they have like racial
no,
passives?
it's like Maple Story.
Neepers is like stay 5 at everything because he's just typical white man.
No, go on.
No, it's like you got to go to like the trainer when you hit a certain level in a like an MMO. and spec into something, and he's like of the right level to spec into waste mana. Like,
I'm ready
he could
take
go-
up the responsibility.
Yeah,
He
so you
could
could
go to,
get
like,
+3 to waste man to sleeping till noon, and then you can. Do you do that already?
No, I don't. I make sure to wake up in the mornings. Mornings are the only thing that
Look at the
gets
fucking
Mor-
look
no,
at
no, no.
responsible Jones over
Nighttime
here.
makes me depressed, and mornings keep me happy. So
Wow,
Really?
that's
Yeah.
the strat.
I'm the opposite. I find I get the most done, and I feel the best about myself at 4 a.m.
Same.
Same, but I can't. If I stay up till 4 a.m., like right now, I'm gonna have to drive home after this bullshit and work.
I have to drive home to Bakersfield.
That's true. Tonight?
Yeah, but I don't have any responsibilities, so it's a little less
That's
depressing.
disgusting. Bakersfield's just depressing though. Anyway,
Yeah, sure. Arcadian.
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 Yeah.
Reel it back in.
I don't know. Did anyone watch? I didn't know if people were watching it or not. I guess there was no Smash going on that night. So.
Well, DreamHack
DreamHack.
had finished.
Yeah, it was already over. So the Arcadian was a bloodbath. Like
True.
you look at those pools and you're like, fuck, he has to play him and like all this stuff. And you're
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
There was a lot of
Just a lot of
questionable
heartbreak.
seating.
I got there late at like 3 o'clock, and like kind of after the pools had been gone by. Like you can see the defeat and
the death
Oh,
in the
yeah.
air. What did
on
you call it? Like a
everyone's
graveyard of like
It's
dead
just-
lost
it's just
souls.
Like souls. Like, because when you lose the Arcadian, you know, you go to the regular tournament, maybe you lose to Kira in winners, and then some Arcadian player gets you in losers, but you can tell yourself it was close, and you lost to a ranked player in winners, so, you know, you're still on the come up. You're still one of the better unranked, you know?
In your mind.
When
No,
you
no,
go
in
to
your
the
mind.
Arcadian
Hell
and you
no.
come like 33rd, 23rd, like 27th,
Oh,
there's
it's-
nothing you can tell yourself.
you kind of just have to hold that.
You hold it. Arcadians are where elves are born in the darkness. Like, it's where they're formed and crafted.
Because you essentially have your dream bracket. It's just other Arcadians.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
It's always doable.
That's what I didn't like. People were talking about like seeding and like, oh, I have to play him. Like maybe regional stuff sucks, but like if you're not ready to go kill everyone at an Arcadian,
Yeah.
What are you
why
doing?
are you going?
Well,
for
yeah,
real.
some of the seating was definitely like
Like,
I think it's
who's trying to
questionable.
walk
As
away?
a TO, I was
Who's
like,
trying to walk away with the difference between 7th and 5th?
right.
True.
Exactly,
I mean,
yeah.
that's a good point.
Not an
too.
Arcadian.
Because if you're at like a good local, say Power 9 for example, the difference between like 13th and 9th and 7th, that's like you can
It's like Alex 19.
you can try to eat out on that, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if you're at the
yeah.
Arcadian, like nobody's gonna look back in 2 weeks and try to get a big up of coming 9th.
Right. It's just so Dawson called it a fake tournament. You didn't enter. Actually, you don't play melee.
I don't play melee. I mean, I don't enter real tournaments, so why would I enter a fake one?
Your puff's pretty good. You wrested him out of a drill.
Yeah.
That was really
Yeah,
funny.
I just missed that all cancel. Okay. Okay.
And then he turned to me and was like, that was out of a drill.
And you were just
laughing
smashing
so
it too.
hard.
He was just like option select.
No, whoa. I react to every rest the frame it comes out on, okay?
Not be, but
No, it's for me, I'm just a curmudgeon and I don't really like Arcadians. I think it's kind of like you should want to play ranked players. You
agree.
should
You
try
should.
to like grind that out. And like,
I think everyone's great though. Like it should have been. I think it's perfectly
I
fine
think it's hype.
competition.
And
anyways.
it, like, honestly, it was ran like pretty well. Like, it's impressive, like, from a TO standpoint that with 200 entrants,
I
it
think
actually
once in a
ran on
blue
time.
moon, like for somewhere like Socal, it's kind of funny to put all of the plebs in one arena and be like, haha, scrap it out.
Yeah, no, it's
No,
like
yeah.
like making kids fight on the playground.
It
it's definitely
generates
dog
like-
fighting,
Yeah.
puppy fighting.
Yeah.
Well,
Just little boys
That's what-
fighting each
that's
other.
what-
Little lad
Who was it?
tournament.
No, it was Kira who said it on Facebook. He's like, "This is definitely dog fighting for the pro player."
Yeah.
Just watching them
They just got like hundreds
What-
in their hands.
watching beef between all the Arcadians.
Yeah.
It's just
And it-
it's
Fucking
cute.
Kira tweeted something. He was like, I may have just watched an Arcadian for the past couple hours, but like Psycho Midget Chic is looking really fast.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, fuck you, dude. We're grinding, dude. We're
Yeah,
trying.
I mean, it's
Yeah, it's just
really
like-
hype. Like,
They can
That-
just like stand around and just spit into the arena. You know? It's the one time when instead of them being the one that are like, you know, getting peanut galleried at, you know, if they go to a
That's
tournament.
true.
Because they used to go into a tournament, it's like, oh, you're top 100, dude, get roasted. Like,
Yeah.
you get a shitty placing. It's the one time when they can sit back and do that to us plebs.
It's true.
Because usually it's the plebs going, I actually think Kira is really overrated. he lost to Tuxedo Mask, who I beat 3 weeks ago. So I just really think that, like, you know, he's slipping is all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
And it's the one time when they can just be like, listen, pleb, you're slipping.
You're slipping. You couldn't beat fucking Frito.
Frito and Dorito.
Chong beats Frito every week.
Chong beats Frito on the he farms Frito, dog.
Frito's Chong's bitch, TBH.
Thing about the Arcadian though is I think a lot of the ranked players couldn't even like. I don't even think they were guaranteed to win it.
I
do you
agree.
mean?
I agree that they're not guaranteed to win.
Like I don't know. Like
I don't know. I think
if you
bottom
throw-
5 of the ranked list.
I disagree. Zio would have destroyed every
Yeah.
single person there.
Really?
I mean,
honestly think
essentially,
that.
to get ranked, essentially, especially at the bottom, you can't have any like bad losses, so to speak,
Right,
like
it's like
Arcadian losses, and you have to have ranked wins. So like, I
Like-
like Zio, Koopa, Psycho Midget, like they're not gonna.
You really think so?
They're not going to roll over people. That's
I've
for
seen
sure.
them play close sets, and I've played close sets with all of them. Like,
Yeah, but close isn't winning.
Like-
You know, like we're talking about
True.
actual else.
No, but what I'm saying though is like, every time that goes to one hit, maybe they beat me. Maybe they beat the
Yeah.
next guy that it goes to one hit with. If you do that 11 times, you're gonna lose.
Yeah, you're also like a top Arcadian, so it's like a little different. Like,
yeah, I mean they would slay like 90%.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like at the closer you get to like the top of the Arcadian like winners, like Caesar, Kobayashi, even Franz, who's like.
Actually, I don't
super
think
on the
Dia
come up.
could have done it because he probably would have had to face Ringler.
Ooh.
Just-
Yo, I don't understand.
True.
Everyone.
Just 'cause he
every time
plays
I talk to
Mars.
somebody
He's
about
amazing.
Ringler, they're just like, this matchup's secretly good for Kong. And they want to extend that list
No,
to every single person that Ringler beats. Like suddenly
He's
gonna-
beating Sheiks now.
He's beating. No, it used to just be, oh, I think DK actually beats Marth, dude. And there'd be a 3 a.m. discussion about how, even though he has the biggest disjoint in the game, he secretly loses to a monkey with very low priority.
and a hitbox on his tie.
Yeah, and then as it's starting to happen with Sheik now. It's like, even though you've got a projectile which literally will keep that monkey stunned like he's Harambe being sniped, just be dazed.
Trigger warning.
Yeah, like he's got a horizontal recovery, right? You've got a horizontal projectile. Like add those two together.
Right.
It's very hard for that monkey to avoid those pins.
Man, when you just got to take the L, man.
And what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, it's like it's gonna stretch out to the point where like 2 foxes lose to him, and they're just like, yo,
You know,
you
actually-
see those up for up
Uppy out of shield is actually really good.
Actually is. I was playing with a DK called Mojo Monkey, and he showed me that you can up throw to platform and then start the up B, and when he goes like that, the first swing of it actually hits battlefield platform,
Yeah.
Wow.
and like it knocked me off.
Fucked up
and
if true.
nearly killed me. And he was like, yeah, I think that move's actually one of the most underrated moves in the game, and I was like, DK beats Fox now too.
As
Beats
a
everybody.
Fox main, I can complain that low tiers are terrifying.
They're well,
Like,
at
It's
least
the option select. If you lose, it's like,
Yeah.
you suck, you're terrible.
Yeah.
Waste man Fox.
Even less than that. It's just like they have all the practice against the Fox, and you're just like, you're the first fucking Game & Watch I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And not only that as well, but the matchups are 70-30 because the way to beat it is extremely excruciatingly lame. And they're going to get up from the setup and be like, wow, you really did that to my Game & Watch, bro?
Yeah.
And it's
You're
like,
laming out a Game & Watch, really?
and it's like, if you approach them, it's like wave dash back detail, now you're dead. And they're just like, that's how it should be, dude. See? You played the matchup properly now.
it's such a mind fuck. Like you're damned if you do and damned if you
Yeah,
don't.
if
That's why low tiers just be fucking banished.
The second you camp them, they're like, wow, I don't even play this game for the result, dude. I'm playing net. Like, I'm playing
Yeah.
I'm playing Yoshi, and that's what you're going to do to me, dog? Like, I'm just out here trying to have a good time. You know, you ever had a good time, bro? Huh?
It's much like Chong,
Exactly
who,
it.
as a Sheik, was chain grabbing this Game & Watching friendlies at UCI. It was a friendly night, and like there was
You're
nothing,
savage.
nothing serious going on. There was nothing serious going
I
on, and this
respect
Game
that.
& Watch comes up, and he's just like, "Okay, I'm going in." Chain grab, chain grab, chain grab, chain grab.
Chong wants this.
And he
Chong cameo.
Luigi main. He played Kirby. You know what I did? I fucking set up my camp on middle platforms and fucking needled him and timed him out.
In a friendly?
Chong, this just in, he's timing out Kirby's with needles also.
Yeah. Chong is a monster.
Jesus Christ.
You know what? I respect it. I like making a low tier, because you know that bullshit where people are like, oh, everybody's beautiful at all sizes, all ages, everybody's a beautiful soul, and like low tier mains kind of have that same ideology where it's like, you know what? I can make it. I love watching that man leave the setup like genuinely dissatisfied with his character choice.
Jesus. No, that's the waste man way right there.
It is making somebody else feel bad for that temporary.
I've been playing some Sheik recently, and
Band-Aid.
like it's really cathartic making people angry at Melee, like just because of the character you're playing. And I've managed to experience that as like just playing a little bit of Sheik. But then like I switch back to Fox and I play Chong Sheik, and it's like, fuck, it still goes both ways.
Yeah.
You can't win.
You can't
in this game.
desensitize yourself
See,
to
yeah.
it.
See, with Fox, you just have to like understand that you're looking for something that doesn't exist, which is perfection, and that just the times when you get to touch the golden light.
Yeah,
is what
you
you should look
you get
forward
to
to.
touch the face of God before you fall back down.
Yeah,
the
and I
Neeper
mean,
levels.
sometimes you
That's what we call that.
sometimes you can even play a whole game, caressing the face of God.
If only for Armada just smiling on you.
Yeah, he's just like, boy, I live here. You're just a visitor.
yeah. Fuck, that's bleak.
But-
I was gonna say something, totally forgot, and then Chong stormed in, and that was beautiful. No, it's great.
Chong, we love you.
I totally forgot. Arcadian stuff.
He's back to Maple Story now.
Arcadians,
Maple
Low
Story.
tiers.
Chong, what are you grinding on
Wrangler.
Maple Story right now?
Red Dragon Turtles.
Grinding Red Dragon
Red-
Turtles.
yes.
Ooh.
This-
We'll keep you guys updated.
I don't know what that is.
Keep it. Are you winning, son? Keep
It's
it
safe
up.
to say those turtles are getting farmed in the masses.
He's gonna pop off soon. Once he levels up.
Yeah, baby. That's the Chong.
Arcadian was hype. It was hype.
It was pretty hype. It was fun.
I'm a
It-
fan
I'm
of
kind of
Caesar
glad
now.
that it's over though. Even not even being there, I had the benefit of being at DreamHack, especially because I made it out of bracket. I can just be like, well, maybe I would have won, bro.
Yeah.
I can come back. I can come back to SoCal and be that guy who's just like, wasn't there.
Would you have been allowed to enter?
Yeah.
But
Why?
Smash Daddy couldn't get in. He's from North Carolina.
Yeah.
But he's-
But you've been
he's
living
like-
here for the past few months.
Yeah, I have, and
You gained some tenure.
He's more
talking
SoCal than a lot of us.
That's true
are.
because you are ranked in Australia. So
Yeah, but it's
Sus.
there's actually.
Why are you
actually,
trying to
that's
farm
not-
us, dude?
That's not official, and that's been like misspoken a lot of times. I was like, I think I'm like anywhere from 5th to 7th when I got here, but there's been no TOs collectively. Like you can't
Yeah.
type power ranking and find that. That's
Yeah.
just like my speculation.
yeah, I mean it's a penal colony. What do you want?
Yeah, there's
We
no
don't
organ.
have-
It's
We don't
chaos.
have rules or organizers. We just
Yeah.
have we just fight. and then,
They fight, and the strongest man gets to
It's
keep
just
the
a
food.
prison with CRTs in it, and they just go at it.
and so I can speculate all I want here, but maybe back home I'd be getting shanked for my rank.
Right, of
Sure.
course, yeah. You were telling me in Australia too. Like sometimes, if you brag about yourself, like that's not the way.
Yeah, it definitely isn't. I feel like America loves a superstar, and Australia like kind of shits on them.
That's the waste man way.
It is.
I belong there.
You know
I
what?
respect that,
because
actually.
Yeah,
because
same.
the people who are middle of the road, they look sort of sideways at the people who are like trying to do something other than sip Rolling Rock and watch football.
Right. Rolling Rock.
What is Rolling Rock? Is that like the Australian
No,
beer?
no,
No,
it's,
it's
it's
just a-
American.
yeah,
That's
it's
what I've
American beer.
converted
It's
to.
the sweet nectar of Australia.
It really isn't.
Oh, tell them
Let
about
it be known.
Foster's.
Let
yeah.
it be known.
Everyone asks about Foster's.
Well, Foster's is a myth. We don't have. I see homeless people drinking Foster's here all the time, and I'm like, well, I'd love to say that I do this also, but we don't. Foster's is a complete meme in Australia, and we never find it. Like, it's very difficult to find.
it's really weird.
Our trash tier beer though destroys America trash tier beer. Let that be known. Like,
Tell me some
you
fucking.
You guys got Rolling Rock. You guys got Pabst Blue. You got Bud Light. We got Victoria Bitter, baby. We got Carlton Draft.
Victoria Bitter. Fucking.
Yeah, that's our holy trinity, and our trash beer is years above. Like you know how the average melee player here is much better than the average melee player from
Everywhere
Spain,
else.
or
yeah.
wherever.
Yeah. Spain.
You know,
Right.
if you picked a melee player from here and a melee player from back home, my boy back home's getting Miss Tech crouched on. You know?
By the dragon himself.
Yeah, but he's getting fuck yeah, baby. Anyway, so if you pick the shit tier beer from home and a shit tier beer from over here, it's like it's the same. Like we're in 2017 and you guys are playing Ken's Mouth.
Wow.
Aw.
Well, you know what? It's because capitalism. You know how cheap it is to produce that beer?
Yeah, I mean you guys are doing it on a price that I love. You know, and I can't
At
knock
cheap
that.
labor.
You know, I can. At home, I got a second guess when I pick up that slab and drink it on a weekday. But out here, you can pick up the 30 block and not worry, baby.
No,
13
no.
What's $13 to a man who won't remember?
Put that on your fucking tombstone, Jesus. That's awesome. I think we ran out of things. I think we covered everything.
I think we should at least talk about like your stay in SoCal just as a whole? Like, and do you think you accomplished like what did you like
Yeah.
what you were planning to do? Like,
I think no matter how much I did, my goals in Melee is so big that I would never have been like really happy
Yeah.
leaving.
Even if you say you came here and you just like bodied West balls,
I would have had to like really slaughter, and even then I would have been like, this feels weird. I don't deserve this.
right. Can't win.
jeez.
Yeah, you can't. So the way that you win, the way that I have to win is like get slaughtered enough times and then grind it up and then just be like, wow, what an achievement. Like I feel like if West Balls just let me body him, I'd be like, oh, I don't feel like I'm better.
Right.
I don't feel like I've improved.
Miles did this one thing once I was talking to him. I was like, because I was losing this player called Null. I still do because he's pretty good to me. And he plays pretty defensive. And I was like, dude, how do you fucking beat Null? He fucking bodies me every time. And he's like, because he lost to Null too. And then he came back like next week.
It was the next night, actually.
The next night. And he just...
I four-stocked him game 1, and then game 2 was kind of a blowout as well.
And I was like, what did you do? He's like, I just watched the VOD and applied myself. And I just, and I was like, holy shit.
I just realized that there's like a whole lot of things that I was like, this Null guy seems really, really good on the first night that I played him. I wasn't playing so hot. He was moving and grooving on me, and I was like, I've never heard of this guy. Why does he suck? Because that's the question I ask about everyone I don't know. Why does this guy suck? And there's always an answer.
Right.
That's a sick question
Because like
to ask.
if you don't know Null, there's a reason you don't know Null,
Right.
and it's because he sucks at something. And it's gonna be really obvious when
This
you-
is so real right
Don't be
now.
mad, no, please.
no like
No. This is for everyone.
no.
Post at 805 help.
no, like for the record, I really enjoyed playing Null, and like losing to him in game 5 was one of the funnest sets I'd played in weeks. I was like stoked. I was like, it's great to have
Yeah, he's a
someone
good
here
player.
who's like moving around with Fox. And the first time I played him, I was like, dude, this guy's lit. Like he's going hard. Like he did go hard off his punishes. And then I watched the VODs again, and I was just like, he doesn't know how to be hit because he's clearly the best player in his region. Like when you put him off stage, he just like always does the worst option.
So, yeah, when you were like, yeah, I just watched the VOD and I just came correct. That's what you said. And I was like,
I
fuck.
definitely came correct. the
I
next
just
day.
got to do that. Like, I've never done that.
That's still a certain
and
skill,
I go to
though.
tournaments and it's...
And like Power 9, I just have a boost at Power 9. I always play well. I rarely lose to Arcadians there. I don't know what it is about that venue, but like
It's
I'll
the
go to-
gray, bleak concrete walls. And
The emo thoughty running.
Yeah,
the
that's
emo
right.
thoughty
It's
giving you
Dawson
powers.
cheering me on.
The aura.
But yeah, I generally, I don't know, Power 9, I always feel really happy in the venue, so that makes me play well.
So what are you going to do when you go back? You're going to kick back some Victoria Bitter?
Actually,
With the cunts.
I'm still going to be playing Melee. I got one of the best players in Australia coming to my house, like pretty much as soon as I land. We're going to be playing for like 2 weeks until BAM, Battle Arena Melbourne, which is like a big national for us coming up.
Can you get on commentary and we'll bull for you in chat?
Yeah, I'm probably
Let's
going to
go.
be commentating some pools.
We'll
and-
definitely
That's
send
awesome.
the Pepis copy
Yeah.
pasta your way, like we do in every other single chat.
But yeah, I'll probably be, well, I can't see why I wouldn't be making a deep run, and hopefully it'll work out for me.
So you're going to go back to work at any time soon? Or like, are you just on the Melee grind till the
Probably till the
Australian
cash-
dollars run out? Till the rupees are gone?
Till the rupees are green.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
You are coming back though, right?
I am coming back, correct.
What's
2
your
weeks?
plans? What are you doing living here
I'm just sleeping on the floor and I'm playing Melee.
for?
Well,
Like
I
how
sleep on
long?
the bed, actually.
Is it just like?
I wanted to go for a year, but visa-wise, it's difficult to do a year. So what I've started thinking I'm going to do, because I don't really see an end to like this Melee quest that I'm on. So
yeah, brother.
what I think I'm going to do is do 6 months in Cali, 6 months at home, 6 months in Cali, 6 months at home. Just farm the local, work a few days a week, work on my stream at home. Because once I've come to America, I've played against the best players now, and I know where I need to be. When you're just grinding at home on a island full of convicts who want nothing to do with multi-cloud, like, it's very difficult to understand, like, when you've just watched videos of these people play, and then you're playing on your CRT versus a level 9 Falco who's not nearly as good as West Pulse, but not quite. You know, it's like
It's close.
It's close. It's about as accurate as a representation as I can get. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Right.
I'm kind of moving in the dark at home.
Right.
Now I have a very accurate picture. I have all my notes from being here. I have all my sets. I can see what I need to do to move forward now.
Let it be known, whoever's listening, Donald Benson is a grinder,
A booler.
and he's on Grinder. You can find him.
I'm on Grindr. I'm on Tinder. I'm on Black Friend Finder. I'm on
Just
Farmer-
for friends.
I'm on
He's on
Farmers-
Farmers
I'm on
Only.
Farmer needs a wife. I'm on Farmer needs a husband.
Yes. But
They get
yeah.
mad when they find out that I'm just farming locals, though.
Okay.
Can you tell me a little bit about living in the Neep house, like taking over my role as a person?
Chonghouse stories.
He's moved into my room.
So I'll give you guys some.
Go to the Chong house.
I'll give you guys some top 5 Chong House stories.
Top 5 Chong House stories. This will be
So,
good.
I'll start with.
There's a
I'll
lot of
start with
stories.
My second. So like.
So
the
wait,
first day- the
did
first day I
bag
get here-
spaghetti already rank somewhere?
So yeah, bag spaghetti's like top 3 easily. Okay, so the first day I arrive, I'm in the car with Nick. He's taking me home to check out the house because I basically the first couple of weeks I was here, I was just going from place to place without a place to stay. I had a broken suitcase with me. The wheels have busted out of the frame, so I'm dragging it around LA. And I'm just going to venues. Like, it was a period where there was Coliseum, so I just went to that. You know, Balcony was the night before. I slept at the Balcony, and I had convinced some guy who thought I was really good at Melee to come to the Balcony the next day. Like, go home, come back, pick me up, and take me to Coliseum.
Waste,
So
man.
I was already trying to use some sort of makeshift fake TPP.
Right.
And so this guy takes me to Coliseum. That's where I'm scheduled to meet Nick. So I've been floating around, sleeping on the floor of venues for like 2 weeks at this point. And I was like, I'm going to check out Neep House and see if I want to live there. But I pretty much had my mind made up when I came here that I wasn't leaving. Because I had no... When Nick got me through the door, I was like, if this isn't a hell house, I'm staying.
There's tiled floors.
Yeah,
That probably sold
Anyway,
right there.
So this was before we knew what Nipa's situation was like, and I was going to be sleeping on the floor next to Chong. I hadn't met Chong yet, and Nick was like, so there's just this guy called Chong, and he's really cool. You're going to love him. He was like trying really hard to sell me on Chong, and I was like... He was like selling
Ryan.
Chong to me like he was a used car.
He's only got 50,000 miles. He plays Chic.
You know, there's that like like when the gears change, but that's nothing. Don't worry. Anyway, so we're in the car with Chong, and I've got a headache and stuff, and Chong's just talking like drivel, like he's just talking about some shit I didn't want to hear.
Some Fritos.
Yeah, like
Flexing his
he
Frito
was
wings.
flexing on Frito. And I was sitting in the back of the car, like I'd barely played these guys at Melee, and I was just like, fuck, like what? Is this going to be my life, sleeping next to this Asian man who's popping off on Frito and trying to get me to eat his bag spaghetti? So I'm like, am I going to just live with this man? I just had a headache and I got the wrong impression of Chong. And then the next day I was like, you know what? I'm going to sleep on it because I'm tilted from the tournament. Like, Chong sounds like a really cool guy. Nick loves him. Nick seems really cool. And Chong has been pretty cool so far, although the Frito talk is killing me. And... So we all go to bed. We're all sleeping on it. I'm sleeping in the spare room in Nipa's old bed. And I wake up to this knocking on my door, and Nick's like, dude, we're going to go get food.
Don't know this.
This is the first full day I've been at the house. And Chong is woken everyone up, and he's like, we're going to get fried chicken, and it's going to be great. And I was like, wow, this sounds like a good time to just like bond with the fellas. Like, this is all something we can all get excited about this. And so Nick's really excited. I'm excited. We're getting out of the house. We get in the car, we go to this place, and it's just like, it's almost like someone's just selling, like, converted their house, like a 1-story house. It's this place.
Fucking Donahue's.
Donahue's chicken. The design looks like they've just like ripped out an XL like image, like a pixel art image. And so we're at this place, it's like a converted house or something. It just looks ratchet as fuck. They got a bench for you to wait on. Like, everybody in this place is obese. and like, we're just waiting for this chicken, and Chong is like bouncing off the walls. He's really hyped. So I'm really hyped too. And we wait a bit, we get this box of chicken and we take it home. And we open it up, and it's just the most dank, like dirty, like the chips are wet. The chicken's just like it's dead, but it's dead, you know. Like,
Yeah,
it's done. And Nick takes one bite, and he's just like, I can't do it. And I've paid for this food, and like I was pretty thrifty, so I'm like trying to make it through my box. You know the feeling that like food like Cane's can give you like 45 minutes after you, like bad food gives you that feeling 45 minutes after you eat it?
right.
That feeling was setting in after like 3 bites. I wasn't done with my food.
Instant.
And Chong is like loving it. This is like
He's just
Chong,
munching the Donahue's.
he's just like, have you guys tried this? He's like giving us some of his to try. And me and Nick are just looking at each other like, fuck, like this man is fundamentally different to us. And from there on, my relationship with Chong only grew.
Right.
The initial
yes.
Donahue's experience was rough.
Sometimes in the Claremont chat, I'll be
It
like,
was alienating.
if I can't remember, like, wait, what's that? Like in Super True, let's say, hey, what's that restaurant you like with all the goofy shit on the walls? Like, you mean shenanigans? Like, what's that restaurant that fucking sucks that Chong likes? I can't remember. Donahue's. Yeah, that chicken. Anyway,
so
Chong bonded with you forever. He imprinted onto
that
you
was the
like a
most-
baby goose.
That was the most distant I felt from Chong, and it went uphill from there.
That's great.
It's a low bar to set. You can only grow up.
You can only grow up from Donahue's.
Sometimes I see that man do something, and I'm like, if this was anyone else, I'd be really mad.
Same.
But because it's him, I'm like, I can live with this. I love it. I love the Chong.
We all do. We'll have a Chong episode. I promise him he could. Chong
Yeah, I
was
feel
a
like
fan
this-
of the podcast
I
in
wanna-
the no video days.
I want to show Chong on. I want
rough.
the people to see his face. Chong, come over here.
Chong, you want to say hi to
We've talked about you so much.
Yeah, stop playing Maple Story. Come
We
on.
need.
I can actually. We're not memeing. That is Maple Story
That-
loaded up.
Are you
Yeah.
really playing
Yeah.
Maple Story?
Yes.
I'm actually
Jesus.
He's been grinding it for at least 2 hours.
Here's
now.
the little cutie boy, the gummy bear.
This is Chong.
the thick boy.
He is what is Miles gonna miss the most in Australia because there's no Chongs in
One day,
Australia.
I think.
There's only one, and it's here.
I think any 4 a.m.
Meatballs.
thoughts about
The eighth
people from California. David Chong, trying to figure out David Chong will be up on the list.
Oh my god. Anyway,
Hell
thank you for being you.
Of course.
We'll get you on one day.
Alright, no, this is still fun.
I feel like if this house was a sitcom, the Chong episodes are definitely like the most dividing among us.
Just
Like,
super polarizing.
They're on the Reddit, just like, look, this one really wasn't. No, you just don't understand the brilliance of the Chong
genius,
episode.
Yeah.
It's like they're the ones that have like the continuing story, but everything else is like non-continuous.
It's the first. If
it
it's
just
the first
keeps going
two-parter. The Chong episode's a two-parter, and people are like they never did this before. Is it one episode? Is it two? I don't understand this. So, yeah. Is that it? Is that the itinerary,
It's been
boys?
a
I
ride.
think
doing
that's
it.
it.
Have
Alright.
people been talking in chat? Have we been talking to a dead camera?
No, we got 40 views.
That'd be so
40 viewers.
Always.
Oh.
Should have told me
Hey,
that.
who's shouting the Benny
I
Hunters,
gotta,
boys?
Heart rate's going up as we speak.
Yeah, the
Hey, it's-
pressure is too much. I'm gonna have a boner like in gym class again.
It's not too late for those 30 subs to just magically roll in.
We need to. Dawson will bear all.
Dawson, talk to
I-
us.
I don't
Spill
wanna
your
talk.
secrets.
Dawson's been awfully quiet.
Yeah.
He's been awfully kind.
no,
He's thinking
I've been-
about.
The moment you said it, I was just triggered. And just instantly in my own head, just
but
like,
why?
Shut down like a bully.
you hiding
boy.
shut down.
something?
I'm hiding a lot. And if you sub right now, I'll bear home.
They want questions. I don't
Tell me something.
Oh, yeah,
Tell
we
me
can
something.
do
Question time,
questions.
let's do it.
Questions.
know. Questions.
Wait,
Well,
wait,
no,
wait,
they throw
what?
us the
Yeah.
questions.
Wait,
That's how that
what?
works.
Where's the chicken place?
What?
Where's the chicken place? Where's Donahue?
We
Donahue's-
already doxed
It's
one
in
chicken.
Wales
We
slash
don't need a
Claremont.
dox.
Docs
two.
Donahue's.
Donahue's.
Where's Donahue's?
Church just
It's in
What?
Pomona.
Church?
Church.
Church.
Eric. Aw.
Eric the God. He was on a podcast.
Fuck.
Shouts out.
To the hitbox.
Eric.
Grinders.
The Hitbox Grimers. Yeah, the Hitbox Mafia that tried to muscle him out in the bathroom.
Balcony?
I'm ready to make a corporate decision here and say if we get 2 more subs, Dawson will undo the top button.
Oh yeah, put that in the sub goal. Two subs and that button's and you get to see his weird neck. it's
Big
like
giraffe neck.
it's like all foot long.
There's a reason he's
It
a
is.
vegan, and it's because he's a giraffe.
Yeah. I can only graze from the tallest trees.
the leaves are the most succulent.
Alan Chop. How did Bad Melee start?
Bad Melee started. There's this guy named Griffin who is from Fort Collins, Colorado. He got really drunk and wrote a post about how bad Falco was and how bad people who play Falco is. And also he got really drunk and wrote a big Smashboards post about like cherry picking really funny things from old top players. And they were really good and they were really quality. And they blew up, and I came to Griffin immediately and said, let me ride your coattails. And I want to write funny stuff for Melee too. And he's like, okay, cool. And then so I started
So it's
writing
like,
stuff.
first we got to get really drunk.
Yeah, and I was like, waste man. And so I started writing stuff, and then I was like, I've always wanted to do a podcast. Let's do a podcast. And we did that, and it was really trash for a long time, up until I think this episode. I just think it's pretty good. And yeah, that's basically it. And then he kind of went to school, and I just took it over. So shout out to Griffin, the god.
Jado asks, has Don B played Nike Scooby before?
Knifey Spoony. I definitely know that this is a knife. If that's the answer.
This is a knife.
What?
Is he Australian? Because that's just trite.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
It's too easy.
Come on.
It's like naming
That's
Nieper
like-
level 1 knight.
It's like
That was
that's
your
like
tag.
someone
That's
just
actually
being
pretty
like.
I didn't ask for need for
like
level
someone-
1 night.
Some kid came up to me and he had the biggest grin on his face at a local and he's like, in Australia, do they call you kilometers? And I was like, I've never heard that one before.
I did that too.
Yeah, you know what?
And I thought I was so clever.
You were number like 987.
I was shattered when he's like, yeah, I've never heard that before. I'm like, fuck. I thought it was really funny.
You may as well have been reciting South Park.
Sorry, man. Sometimes I don't got it.
Any more questions?
How do I bool?
Who said that?
How do I rule?
How do I?
Chroma?
Move
Listen.
to Australia and sleep
Well,
on the
no,
floor.
no.
Listen. Don't worry about it,
Yeah.
man.
If you don't know how to bull yet, you're not going to start now.
You're not going to be told how to bool and then just start booling. Oh, just, win neutral. It's not like that. All right?
I'm out. Yeah.
Just deal. I don't have an answer for you, Chrome. I'm sorry.
There is no answer. You're
The
either bullying or you're not.
The bull
There's
will
no in
find
between.
you. And
Yeah, it's-
V Money once told me.
You can't be halfway crook.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no such thing.
That's it. I once didn't want to go to a tournament or something. V Money sent me a message that I think I'm just gonna get tattooed on me. He said, "Even a homeless man can bool if there is bool in his heart," and I never forgot that.
That's
And-
beautiful.
Yeah,
It's true.
And so
You don't need finances.
no, you don't.
That's the last thing you need to bull, actually.
It's true.
Yeah, if you got too many finances, it might even hinder you.
Sure, you're booling.
Responsibility actually hinders bullying so
Yeah, it
much.
does. The real Chroma 09 bulls.
Which
Yeah.
one? There's
The
1,800 on that
09.
play. There-
09. Ninth one.
I'm one of them.
Who else? What else did Jago ask?
What else did Jake?
No, I'm just kidding. No, I like Jago's.
Cloud Chaser asks, is that 5-year-old that lasered an assassin you trains?
Okay, for one, don't call him a 5-year-old because he's an adult male. For two, Cloud Chaser, if someone's lasering you, don't rage quit out while you have 2 stocks and say, hey, you played lame, dude. Good job, dude, and leave. Because that is at an Arcadian?
At an Arcadian?
What an L! That's what
rough.
you get roasted for. God.
Dude, if I had a
He's
dollar-
not an assassin, though. I would never tell someone to do something like that. He is acting on his own accord. I can't shoot the gun that many times. He has.
don't have it in you.
I don't have it in. He has the mentality of a sick man. And yeah, I'm sorry that happened to you, but you should just grind it out, man.
I'm sorry that the level 1 strategy destroyed your life. That's every time somebody's like, that was lame. I'm like, and you didn't stop it for 8 minutes, my guy.
true.
You had a whole 8.
I felt really bad. James, my friend Dan Grooster was playing me not play, and he was Marth, and he kept shield breakering like over and over, and I was like,
It hurts.
but he wasn't hitting me. He was just doing it, and I was like really annoyed, and I just hit escape. I'm like, I'm done, dude. And I was like, I shouldn't have done that. I should
feel
just
like
beat the shield breaker.
That's the essence of net play. Is hitting escape and saying
after
I'm done.
after
I feel
4
like
shield
you
breakers.
could write
in
a
row.
thesis on like the difference between playing in person and then just going online and the
I
difference in
don't
personalities.
play randoms just for that reason, because if I'm crushing them, they hate it, and if they're winning, they're like, it's just.
And you're Legacy Don B. They're beating Legacy
I am.
Donald Benson.
I'm not hiding behind Dasani Bongwater.
Dasani Bongwater could
Or,
catch these hands
like LA
over and over again on
They're
that
like-
play.
kids are under the screen name like LA Come Up. You know, I'm sitting there like typing my real tag and being like, wow, I hope I find Kira or assorted other top players on here under their real names that I will play and maybe learn something. And fucking Sunshine Skater Kid
Fucking.
trying to train on me.
I once got in trouble a little bit. I was playing Pikachu, and I didn't know who he was, and he beats me on net play, and it said like Glendale or something, some area, and I was like, that feel when you lose to 818 trash. I wasn't being serious. I was like, I'm like, this is probably someone I know. I'm gonna just kind of yell at him, right? And he screenshotted it and put it in the 818 Facebook.
Oh.
And he's like, "Who is this?" And Pikachu is huge, by
Yeah,
the way.
yeah, yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck, I didn't want this. You got to be careful. You got to be careful with the lads."
But I feel like anyone who's ever talked trash or been salty on net play is not hitting you up at the venue like, hey, remember that one time, 4 a.m.? You were just like talking that ish on net play. Like nobody's ever bringing that up.
I still hold a grudge against Blue Buddy for planking me on net play.
Oh yeah.
And
Was
I
it
like
you who
in real
posted-
life, like I want to money match him because he did that to me.
Was it you who posted Blue Buddy drowns in pools?
Yes. and that's why.
I saw that and I was just like, wow, who hurt you?
That Blue Buddy hurt me, but he has a W. And that's really all
You
that
got
will
net
ever
play
matter.
W,
Yes.
and we all know that that's the real cookie here.
That's the real cookie that we're all searching for. Oh God, this
A $5 donation from
From-
Matoko and Mega Christmas.
Ooh.
Matoko and Mega Christmas. That'd be a dank ass episode.
Mega
as long
Christmas.
as Mega Christmas hadn't lost a set in the past like 2 days, because
True.
he gets real sad.
He gets sad.
But when he's not sad, he's a legend. Those guys are cool though. Maybe we will. $5, we got to do it.
I don't know how I feel about the tag.
We're
Mega
obligated.
Christmas.
A movie suggestion from Slime.
Wait, who said that?
Kramer.
Kramer wants a movie suggestion. Blue Velvet. I already told him to watch Blue Velvet. I love that fucking movie.
Is that the really sad one?
Not really. It's a really weird one.
Okay.
It's the one that has the line "Baby wants to fuck." So,
So take from
Sounds
that what
right
you
up my
will.
alley.
Kramer, you should watch Thumbsucker 2005.
Jesus.
You should watch Wake and Fray,
Are
which is
these-
an actual documentary of Miles' homeland.
Are any of these videos that you're suggesting findable on like the surface web?
Yeah, no, they're produced. They're not dark videos.
Gotta go on the deep web to get.
I love how it's just SoCal gooning in the chat right now. Shouts out.
This guy over here asks, what is Dawson's band's name?
Dawson, what's your fake emo band?
We
That's
need
in
it.
the barrel episode.
The barrel episode would be too juicy for air.
I'm gonna
There's
have
so
two.
much
I'm
content.
gonna be 2 buttons down,
Hair disheveled,
spilling my heart.
nose ring out,
Talking
on the
about my
table. I once asked Dawson, I was like, "Where do you like play? Like you play because he plays in a band. Like where do you play?
He's
Like
bathroom
he's
shows,
like
garage shows.
he's like, dude, we don't say where we play.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fucking goddamn.
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean?
He's like, play? Is this a game to you?
Yeah. This is art. Okay, first off, it's not a game. We don't play. No one will ever know my band.
unless 30 subs.
Nick
30
knows
subs,
that. I
everyone will know
I
my
could be
It's
band.
on
much
that
like
YouTube
Sergio's
tonight
fiance,
with enough
who
leg
may or may
rubbing.
not exist.
Yeah.
No one knows if Sergio has a fiance.
I feel like Sergio's fiance episode special, when it's finally confirmed, would be like a 2-hour.
that will be a
Extravaganza.
fucked up. He'll show up in a suit. He won't be memeing. I'm pretty sure Sergio is a hologram. Like this whole time.
I'm pretty sure Sergio is like a flowchart of things to say that are just
It's just a tech tree.
like. Have you guys seen like Mass Effect or something? How there's like 4 things. That you can say.
He wouldn't
He's
pass
that.
the Turing test for AI.
It's just like 4 responses. One of them's like, "Where's Chung?"
One of them's like, "I'm so mad right now," but he's like,
I'm so
It's
mad right
smiling.
now.
but it's
like,
like
fucking
2005
Neeper.
game design where like they can't animate the face changing, so he's just standing there like this. And he's like, "I'm so mad right now." Like his model isn't adapted to like change.
Yeah, there was no mocap. They did it all
Yeah.
by hand. So it's I'm so mad.
It's just like a
I
block.
play Marth.
We need to have him on. Out of everyone, I think he'd be great.
I love this chat question thing. This is so live.
new.
It's so heat.
It's so hot right
So
now.
Combo Fest.
Combo Fest asks, who's the best Arcadian Falcon and why is it Combo Fest?
Fuck you.
It's actually
man.
Combo Fest.
It's
I
Combo-
love Paul
It's
so
combination
much.
festival. for
Combination
sure.
Festival is a god who has slain every lad in this world.
He's slain me too.
He's slain Claremont single-handedly
Combo
at one
Fest can
tournament.
Slay my girl, tbh.
Fuck yeah, dog. You can get it.
Shout out to Daddy who gave him the hands though.
Has Combo Fest slain Daddy?
No, he's the only
What's wrong, dude? Or Envy.
envy.
Nick has not lost to Combo Fest.
Oh,
I have
true.
I have a positive record on Combo Fest, as little as that means.
He's slain us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm out there with Frito.
Oh no.
We're all Fritos to Combo Fest except Nick. So, yeah. More SoCal. What time is it? You guys, I got work in the morning. You can't fucking do this.
12:30.
All right, we're going to do one more question. Make it
hours.
good.
Make it good.
I had to be a good.
No more. Don't ask me how to bool. Jesus.
Okay, Roma says, "Hi, I'm Mist, and I'm wondering why I'm 7. Even though I'm out without the reference."
Mist, I'm sorry I made you mad.
Oh, you beat him yesterday. I
Yeah,
forgot.
dude.
You drowned him
I was
with
gonna
your
say-
I held him under the water, and it just till the
You
bubble
put the pillow
stopped.
over his face and just go to sleep.
Yeah, man, he was mad. I don't know. Hey, I quit Falco, so maybe you'll get me next time, buddy.
You quit Falco?
Wow.
Yeah, I play Falcon now.
Oh, I thought you played Fox now after last night.
That was fun.
That missed post sounds eerily close to the Kramer 6 seed extravaganza.
What is that one?
You know, like Kramer made some. I don't know if it was a post or if it was just like complaining at Coliseum, but he got seated. They looked over him one time and he was not happy. He went on a rant.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, and then he changed his Smash GG to 6 seed Kramer.
Okay, that's where that's from. All right. I don't want to bring up dirty laundry of SoCal. We don't need to do that. We're all friends.
Yeah, we do. It's the best content.
Sure.
The best content
And if
to
we're
get
gonna
out
hit
to
those
the
30
people.
subs,
30 subs.
30 subs.
1 button,
2 buttons.
2 buttons.
ooh, and some
And
secret story
Oh, dude,
prefaced
when
with,
he bears all.
prefaced with these all happened. you know, like in like a penthouse or something. How it's
Yeah.
like these are all real stories.
Penthouse forum.
As if like
That's
writing,
dated.
like typing that like 12 words before a completely fictional story just validates it.
Yeah, right. I mean, it does. How you gonna not believe it?
I mean, it's your
Sure.
word over his at that point.
I've never told a lie in my life, to be quite honest.
Actually, same. 100%.
I believe that.
I don't believe it.
All right,
It's
we're
a
gonna,
lie right there.
We're gonna wrap this shit up.
Should we
we're
do
gonna
one
plug?
more? One more?
Okay, I guess.
Because
We'll yeah, that was a meme.
That was a meme.
Yeah.
That was a meme. Like a true question.
Jet,
Hit
hit
us.
us.
True question.
Hit us with that bullshit.
Some content.
I love the chop asks, how did everybody meet?
How did everybody meet?
We kind of said how I met Nieper.
Yeah, that was the beginning, right?
I just turned up
Yeah,
here with no
we
one
got
else to
us.
go.
He just showed up.
I met Anthony. How
How did we meet?
I was listening to the podcast a little bit before I knew it was you.
Oh, that's right. And I just came over. It was a Neep Fest. And I
Oh,
was
yeah,
on my
it was-
grind. I was on my bullshit. So I was driving everywhere. And I'm actually kind of a little far from Pomona. And I just came and Nieper was like, hey, listen to podcast.
We were part of the same community, so it wasn't too weird.
Yeah. We were in the same group chat. Remember when it got really real in that group chat? And I didn't even, like, oh, man.
What happened?
It was
I don't
fucked up.
remember.
I don't know, man.
That's for another episode.
I feel like it's gotten real in there a lot of times.
Too much. No group chat should ever get that
group chat
real.
is fucked.
It's fucked.
I left it a while ago.
Yeah, I'm back in the shit. It's wild.
And Don B just fucking came from Australia.
Yeah, I just.
Yeah.
No one asked for him, but he came.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just I assume tournaments and stuff. I actually remember how I met you. I met you
we played an SSS
a
once.
long time ago.
Mhm.
Like one of the
You were like asking me questions like you were interested in who I was. Like,
Yeah,
so where are
'cause
you
I
like,
was like-
from and stuff. I'm like,
sorry that I'm generally nice.
no, I
Classic
didn't
Dawson.
accept that. I was like, why is this person being nice to me?
He was
Yeah.
Like,
hitting on Nipa.
Yeah,
and
you
now
were
he's
so
hitting
nice
on
to be
Bruno.
with.
Yeah,
I first met you.
dude, I am actually so nice.
he's so nice, and then
first
you get past
impression-
the one level, and it's like, I am a misery
yeah,
man.
I literally will BM the shit out of anyone after first impression.
He said we didn't ride. It
yeah.
really hurt.
You never elaborated. Yeah, tell us how we don't ride and how you ride so hard.
How do you ride? You don't eat meat, bitch.
That's
Whoa.
why I ride. You're out here at a Donahue's just
Catch me never at Donahue's. I'm in that Cane's, putting my dick in the cane sauce, dog. Every day.
how I ride is for the barrel episode.
Jesus Christ.
Everything's for the barrel.
He's really milking this
yeah.
one.
Anyways, how we met was at an SSS, and I was like, "Hey, aren't you the shit poster from Socal Mail?"
Oh, yeah.
I didn't say
hate
it like that,
reputation,
but
by
it
the
was
way.
like
someone came up to me.
I was
and said
like,
it
"You're
before,
so
too.
funny."
Dude, that's like
Just who I am. I guess.
Kramer was like the second week I got here or something. Nick was playing on some random maybe Power 9 or Wednesday Night Fight something stream, and Kramer was on commentary, and someone in the chat was like, "Who is this guy?" And Kramer responded on commentary, "He's the guy housing Don B." That's like when someone comes up to you and they're like, "Oh, you're the shit poster," and it's not like, "Oh, you're the player."
Your
on the
identity is taken away
yeah,
from
you.
you.
Are, you've been stripped.
yeah.
You aren't a person. You're just like you're a Facebook funny.
Yeah. For the record,
I
I
know.
didn't say that he was a shit poster. Like I was like, "Hey, you're
Oh.
that shit poster," but I was like, "Hey, you like are really funny on SoCal
I thought
Melee."
you just came
And
up
I
with
Being
appreciate
funny on
it, wouldn't you?
Facebook is not something to be proud of, like at all. And I hate, like, it just
yeah,
it's
I
just
mean,
like
sitting there with a
it's-
notebook, like penning them and just being like, "No."
yeah.
fuck that. I do draft comments
Yeah.
sometimes. Sometimes you got to be on your bullshit, but sometimes they just come,
Yeah.
and
Sometimes
that's
just-
the fire.
That's
Yeah.
the fire.
I think the funniest thing was when Kira separated you as a person in tournament from
Kira
Anthony
didn't know.
Bruno.
Yeah,
on
he was like,
Facebook.
he thought Slime and Anthony Bruno were two different human beings. He was like, "Wait, you're," and he like it was like dumbfounding to him. It was a very beautiful moment. He was like a baby deer.
Anthony was like, I think he was like talking to him about like something they talked about during the tournament. Like he sent him on Facebook later, and then Kira sent like a baffling message because we didn't know at the time. He's just like, "You're slime."
Wait, you're slime? Wait.
He was
like,
it
yeah,
was just out of
it me.
nowhere.
I miss Kira.
And me, fam.
But like out of context, it's just like he's just yelling, "You are slime" at him.
I don't know. Having a Facebook reputation is not a good thing, honestly, but it's the only way I can feel something at my job. Shit, I shouldn't say
Yeah, that notification comes through, and you get that temporary.
the red thing. Someone's noticing my existence.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm acknowledged.
And then you just realize it's all trike posts.
It's all Trike inviting me to last stock.
It's 50 trike posts.
Griffin
And
Williams.
But you know what? Even though Trike's bulk messaging everybody, Trike loves every single one of us.
He really does.
Yeah. Trike's
You know-
a god, by the way. He made that Arcadian run so smoothly.
He made it smooth. He did the shine waveland to the grab conversion.
Beautiful.
Everyone's thinking about that in their dreams, baby.
Trike
Put wieners
and
in a body
Caesar,
bag.
I'm big fans
He
of
did?
now. Just after that,
Trike's really good.
These
He
are
beat
sick.
me and Trike are 1-1. And he beat me the first time,
Yeah.
and I beat him the second time. And the first time, I was like, oh, this Trikeman guy, I'm about to make top 5 at this UCI thing. Well, it wasn't UCI, it was We Live In or something. Yeah, it was We Live In. And I was like,
Thoughtcade?
Thought.
So good.
Anyway, so I'm like, oh, Trikeman, never heard of him. And then, yeah, it was game 2, and I was losing.
That's how it goes, baby.
That's how it went.
But yeah, I gotta go to bed. I gotta fucking...
True.
Anyway,
Oh.
two. We got 2 what? Subs?
That's the button.
That's the
That's
button.
the button.
That's V-Money says, Beaver play when I play.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
Spread that
Victor.
color out. Spread that color out.
Fuck.
No, I can't.
Oh
spread the color out.
shit! Oh, look at that neck. It's so long and weird.
It's still going.
Okay, it's back.
If you sub, oh,
I've never seen this. This
if you
is rare
subs wanna
footage.
See how far the neck goes.
Me and Nick Envy have actually talked about how dumb it looks to have your chill. How dumb it, yeah.
I feel bad now.
You should. Yeah.
You're George.
So that's it.
Another
no.
one was Bon Solo, our very own.
Oh, sick.
Thank you guys. That's really sick.
Aw.
Shout out to Jet the God, by the way.
Go follow
for
and
real.
subscribe to Don B. Also
Oh yeah, Don B
on
has
Twitch.
he's partnered.
Media
I
is.
am
So he has
I
sub
don't
shit.
even know that.
He drinks beers out of shoes and shit on his stream.
Yeah, if you
He
wanna,
wiles out
he-
with the cunts
He's
down
a
under.
Yeah,
straight up
it's-
fucking sellout. Give him $5 and he'll do anything.
I know, I really do. There was one night. It's you think it's a lie, but like me and my best boy back home, we'll drink a beer out of a shoe even if you don't sub.
That is real waste man hours.
I think-
Run and tell
Just
that.
be there, say you want to see it, and if we're in a good mood, we'll do it.
Fuck
I think
yeah,
one of the
dude.
more real things that I saw is just some random melee stream in the Cal Poly dorms. He was shotgunning a beer for every follow he got.
Holy shit.
I've done shotguns for subs and have to. There's been times where I've done like 3 back to back, or been like doing beer
That's
bongs
too many
in my room.
liquids.
Yeah.
It is a lot of liquids. But like the good thing is when you're like a relatively unknown player, there's only so many people who are going to hit that sub button.
Yeah.
So like, it's just like, well, maybe I shotgun 6 beers and I end up in a bad spot with a little extra pocket change. You know?
Yeah, even for like the DreamHack stream where it's like they made you follow them just to be able to chat. I was still questioning like even the big ass stream. So it's
that's-
for the smaller streams I can see
That's so
that.
crazy that he was doing it off a follow.
Yeah, it was, and then he was modding everyone too
Yeah.
afterwards.
That's like when you're questioning picking up 10 cents and you see a man just like grabbing pennies off the floor.
Like that is a true grinder, true waste man. But we might have Kira next time.
Yeah.
So Kira wants to do it. We're gonna try to snag him before he leaves forever and
Mail in
abandons
some
everybody.
questions.
And so we were thinking like you guys could send in questions to badmelee.com@gmail.com like we used to do with the audio podcast, but now we got this fucking chat system and it's all lit. It's crazy.
I can finally meet the
Blow
man.
it up,
He's
2017.
apparently made friends with everyone. Like,
oh
right
yeah, you
after
haven't
I
hung out with
left.
Yeah.
Kira?
Yeah, not
We
at all.
bull with Kira every day. Not every day.
I have to have someone introduce
He's
me
really
to him
nice.
because I can't
Probably
do
should
that
ask
myself.
Kira about bullying if he wants to know more.
Yeah, ask Kira. Kira, he's quite a buller,
Yeah. Well,
Definitely
a
join
writer, if you will.
if you will. He's got a Pepis jersey. It's just on the way.
He's on the
He's on
roster.
Pepis, so
Kira's Falcon.
yeah, only his Falcon. So
If
yeah,
he wants to change characters in Game 3, he has to like take the jersey off, put his regular shirt.
yeah,
back
he
on.
has to become Kira.
Did we never talk about? We never talked about the Peppa's Crew battle. 'Cause
We'll
That's-
talk.
podcast
We could
was
talk
dead
about
by
that
then.
with
Yeah,
That's-
next
that's
next
some other
time.
shit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
next time.
That's some
Yeah.
that's some of that shit.
That was.
We could have though, because you played in FD.
He actually
Yeah.
was against Pepis.
Yep.
I was.
Hey, fuck you,
Because he's
dude.
a man of his word,
Yeah.
and I respect that.
You know what? I like.
They took me, in his words, they took me in when no one else did. That's really bad. That's a really bad
That's one of the
accent.
better ones I've heard actually. Last night I was drinking with Mike Hayes and he would not stop.
What an asshole.
He would not stop doing the Australian.
Hey,
voice.
Miles, hey, can't
Yeah. And I was like, you know what, Mike? That's so close, dude. You sound like one of my friends from back home almost. Nobody's ever got it as close as you, dude.
All right.
Are we done?
I think we're done.
We're done.
All right,
Uh, Social medias. So first him, his
follow Don B on
Hey,
Twitch.
no, wait,
follow him
hey,
on Twitter.
wait,
He's sick.
Wait, what
Yeah,
was the
wait,
link to
wait,
his
let's-
Twitch?
let's
We never
chill
even get
for a
a
second.
What?
I've been pasting that shit.
What?
I've been pasting his Twitch on chat.
oh cool.
Okay, cool.
Let's chill for a second.
Uh,
First of all, we got. Is
Cheer
it
up Dawson.
real?
No,
At
no,
Cheer
no,
Up
no,
Dawson.
No. It's
He's good.
ethereal sad boy. That's the real sad
Oh,
boy.
he has a
just-
virgin
virginal
Twitter.
I literally made it. I don't even know if it's been 24 hours.
So if his first tweet is not fire, unfollow him.
Actually, yeah.
Did you
Post
straight
post
away?
in chat now.
Get that ass banned.
What you want my first tweet to be, and then I will tweet it out. The best one.
if it's good.
If it's good. If
If it's bad, you just get a shitty Dawson tweet.
Yeah.
I'm sad.
Yeah.
I don't eat meat today.
True.
No, if it's a sad tweet, sell all your stocks in Dawson.
Sell.
Wait, what
So-
is the
so
name
now.
of your stream?
My stream?
Yeah.
My stream is Melee Don B. I'm probably going to change it, but that's what it is right
Donald
now.
Benson.
It's Melee Don B, and the same with my Twitter. I keep it coherent.
Okay.
Keeps
Melee
keeps
Dawson.
it 8 more than 92.
Slime. I'm pretty sure everyone already.
Slime
follows
underscore machine. That's the whatever. Some. Oh yeah. Real quick on Twitter. The reason why we brought this back so hard is because this guy sent me 100 dick pics on Twitter, and I didn't think he
Shout-outs
would.
to the god.
I didn't think he would do it. He's like, hey, if I send you 100 dick pics, will you bring the podcast back? I'm like, yeah, sure, because I didn't think he would, and they're
Was it different dicks or just different angles?
different dicks. It wasn't him, right? Which I would have
Wait.
respected a lot more.
I would have respected
think-
if
Wait,
number
wait.
100 was timestamp.
I thought it was him.
Right.
I thought it was actually
I
him.
know. But it's the fact that he trawled through 100 photos to
Yeah.
find all these. And maybe he's like into it or whatever. That's easy for him.
Totally
But
got off to it.
either way, that just shows a lot of initiative, and it shows a real raw fire and power that I respect in a man.
It was actually just me and taking pictures from my Grinder account and just forwarding it to him.
Wait,
Yeah.
did he even ask you for a reply? Like, were you like, okay? And he just said, if I send you 100 dick pics, will you do it? And
I
then
said,
just option
sure,
selected?
LOL.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, I agreed. I
It
consented
would
to
have been
everything.
great if the first message was like seen, and then the second message was just all the pictures. Like, he doesn't ask you if it's okay. He
They
just, like,
kept my phone kept blowing up. I was at work, and it's just like fucking fuckboy sent you a picture on Twitter. I'm
And
like,
he sent them like one by one, not in a file.
He really did. He's like, oh wait, it's not letting me send them. I'll send the rest later. And like half hour later, and they started coming. He's like, 42 is my favorite. I'm like, all right. So shout out to that guy. Please don't do that. Like I don't want to have to close my DMs. Not that there's nothing wrong with like looking at dicks, but I don't want to look at them.
Next time, send them to Zeke.
Next time,
Send him to Zeke.
at least make
He's
him
coming back, by
personal,
the way.
timestamp that shit.
Yeah, really. I would respect you a
For
lot more if you did that.
Oh yeah, we can tell people the news. Zeke's coming to SoCal.
Zeke's coming to SoCal, hopefully.
He'll be at Live Boys.
So you'll be seeing him. He didn't show up today because he didn't know what was happening. Get fucking destroyed, dude.
Fuck you, Zeke.
Idiot.
Oh, I love you.
And
I can't
yeah,
even say that. I love him too much.
love him a lot. Neepers.
I'm twitter.com/KNEE.
A lot of cat pictures. A lot of sleeping lad.
It's a
Just
very,
send me a tweet like requesting a cat pic. I'll just fucking
he'll
snap one
do
right
it.
there.
He'll do 100 even.
He doesn't stop.
A lot of pussy pics.
I've seen more of Neeper's cat than I will ever see of any other cat in the world.
I've seen more Nipa's pussy than.
We could do it.
Right.
The thing we were talking about earlier about on the podcast back then about getting our dicks out on a Melee stream, we could do it right now.
Wait, we
dicks
talked
at
about
once.
that?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna cut this one
This was.
before
could
we get the
end
meta
it.
shift fucking banned. They just got their sponsorship or their partnership.
If you think that's saucy, check out Dawson's super secret spill all tale after 30 subs.
True.
When 30 subs hits, we're having a sit-down Dawson episode. We're getting a robe. We're getting this fireplace fucking cooking.
Yeah, we got.
And it's going to be bool.
I'm already sweating just at the mere thought of me having to tell people this. Everything.
I think if it was the four of us again for this episode, we would just get so many juicy details of Dawson.
Thoughties.
Don't.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
Kill it. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye,
What?
guys.
The next, we don't know.
Pending.
Hopefully next week.
No, not next week.
When I come back,
Not next week.
Probably 2 weeks.
Sneeper's going to die.
Yeah.
2 weeks. We're going to get Dave on.
I feel like
Dave
next
is
week
Kira,
is a
by the way.
tall. Next
For-
week is
for
kind
like-
of a tall order.
Tall order?
yeah, for a production of like this and like organizing everything, we got to do it at least 2 weeks.
Production of this. We're sitting on the pool table.
Bi-weekly.
Yeah.
Dude, the bull
What?
table's seen some shit.
The pool table has seen some shit.
Yeah.
We gotta advertise this.
We'll
Yeah.
let it happen.
Yeah, we'll actually advertise and like make sure everyone knows.
This was more of like the AOL trial disc that you get in the mail.
But it's like fine because it's just
Oh,
it
he's just
goes
trying
with
to
the
get
bad
you on the
mailing
internet.
persona.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of just being a waste man. That we look at this fucking headset. This is stupid. We all have different mics. This is the most bullshit production.
You know what? We're all different people, so it's okay.
But the camera's like perfectly
Yeah.
and good.
Yeah, Jet's the
Juicy.
one really bringing
Yeah.
it together
Yeah.
here. Other than that, yeah.
All right.
Anyway, thank you
Okay.
for booling in the chat, SoCal.
End it
I
before
love
we
you
say
guys.
something stupid.
I love everyone except Blue Buddy. Like,
Blue Buddy, if you're watching, alt tab right now.
alt tab,
Alt
dog.
tab.
Get
Yo,
out.
alt tab view.
You can still hear it though.
All right. Tell us when it's over.
Is it gone?
Now we're just gonna
over?
sit here like
Are the
an
boys
idiot.
gone? Goodbye, boys.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye.